record.
All
We
right,
are recording.
we're
Hello.
recording.
Hell yeah.
Hello, welcome to episode 19 of Loud Equals Funny, folks.
Hell yes.
Yes, is
Episode 19.
me, Fuzhou, that's Deadwing Dork, that's Tristan, our good pal.
Hi.
Folks, got a lot of interesting shit to talk about.
So how
Oh,
about
yeah.
that guy who killed his wife?
Yeah.
And the other
Which
guy
one?
who killed his
Which
wife.
one?
Yeah. We could talk about Jean-Francois Guérapi first, if you want.
Good attempt. Good attempt.
Good at that. Yeah, as good as... honestly, the French accent's really hard to do, but if you get me drunk enough, I could pull it off.
Huh. Well, I don't know. We don't necessarily need to get into it right now, but I just... That's such a good icebreaker. Hey, everybody, welcome.
Yeah.
How about that guy who killed his wife?
We got
Crazy.
two murders
Multiple.
to deal with.
Yeah. Welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
Episode 19. We're able to... I don't know. Is there anything... It's legally you can drink at 19, right?
That's.
I think in Ohio.
That's in Canada, I
In
believe.
Canada, yeah.
I know Canada's younger. In most U.S. states, it's 21.
Yeah, it's usually 21. Well, in Canada, we're good to go. We're good to party. Welcome everybody. I'm gonna show my tits in the middle of this podcast. It's gonna be epic.
Fuck yeah.
It's gonna be litty.
We're gonna go full Girls Gone Wild up in here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be like the guy game, except with no underage people.
Yeah,
with
hopefully not.
no illegal moments, as far as we know.
We'll check their IDs. That's all we can really do, sadly.
Oh man,
Where were you when the towers fell?
do you remember? I don't know if they have this up in Canada, but in Comedy Central, late night they would always have fucking like 30-minute long commercials for Girls Gone Wild at about 2 a.m.
Yeah, you'd get a lot of that.
Yeah, it's
That
like
was,
I
some of my
kind of miss
early
those.
some of my early sexual awakening was like seeing that kind of shit at like 2 a.m. when I was
Yeah.
like 10 or whatever, and I'm like, are those boobulons?
It's like, oh wow, holy cow, what goes on here?
Not the
I like it
titoids.
when they go wild. Wow.
These girls frequently go wild, you say.
Tell me more.
Oh man. God, now can you imagine those commercials, but with like AI fucking they try to do AI Girls Gone Wild?
It'll look like a fucking shifting sand.
I mean, yeah, it'll be the Spider-Man 3 Sandman scene, but like
Yes.
unintentionally. If you might have seen the one video that was like it was like earlier this year, where it was these people at like a party, and it was like a beer commercial or whatever done by AI. And
Oh yeah.
every fucking cut the camera would do to like another shot, there would be like a bigger and larger and more intense bonfire in the background that was just slowly eating the entire party, and it would get bigger and bigger, and it was really funny. We were looking at some AI shit before the podcast started, because apparently fucking Bing has basically almost perfected the AI. I mean, not fully, under scrutiny with a magnifying glass. It's not amazing, but that's like when you go photorealistic or something. I did an image of Kazuma Kiryu Mario, and it looks like a legitimate screenshot from that game, from Odyssey.
It
And
looks
we're
like
there. We're there.
it looks pretty good.
All right, I won't go that far, but man, I'm watching this fucking this commercial, and you weren't wrong about the fire. It goes like there's this shot
link
at
it.
the very end. Oh yeah.
I gotta
There's
see
a
the
shot at the very end where two guys are just kind of mouthing at like a closed, like it doesn't have a hole in it to put stuff in bottle, and then immediately after, it's just a guy standing in a fucking inferno.
Yeah.
It
Well, yeah,
feels like
Great.
it feels
there's
like
been a
something out of like an Adult Swim like parody thing, you know?
Yes, it very much does.
Everybody is like way over animated.
It's kind of like a Too Many Cooks, but made by AI.
Oh my god, you're right.
There was a recent thing that was like an AI filmmaker kind of deal, and I didn't see anything from it, but there were some videos I saw recommended to me that were like, there is this AI filmmaker thing, and I guess it is actually making like videos now. which, I mean, shit, the images, the one that Bane that you made of
Yeah.
Steve Harvey in the cockpit of a 747
Yes.
flying
Flying
directly
near
into
two
the
towers. Near two
into
towers.
two unspecified towers in an unknown city at an unknown time and an unknown month and day.
Yes, yes.
I came across this one in the recommended Elon Musk eating toilets.
Eating toilets. Well,
he's really going for it. It
You
barely
know.
looks like him half of the time, but he's going for it.
Now,
the
see,
thumbnail looks about right.
I really do think we found out the only real practical reach for these kind of tools, and that is just to make shit posts.
Yeah, like doing this shit for like actual art. That's
Yeah,
cringe.
That's embarrassing.
However,
putting Steve Harvey in Cyberpunk 2077 is hilarious.
Making various characters eat beans.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Bender from Futurama into a Spartan from
Exactly.
Halo.
that
It's,
one actually looks really nice.
It does. It's good armor.
They fucked the hands up, but I mean the armor looks like Spartan armor, which is more
And
than you could say
meanwhile-
for Halo 4 and 5.
Meanwhile,
true.
George looks like the porn George, so that's pretty good.
He looks like he just got off of the Magnum PI set.
Yeah, no, the AI is not able to like fully replicate totally. Well, like, okay,
Is that supposed to be Jerry or Kramer?
it's
They're
supposed to.
way
I
too
didn't
well
even.
Yes.
I didn't even specify Jerry or Kramer, so it just kind of decided to have him. One of the images had Elaine, but
Wait.
people who are listening are not gonna be able to hear it, or are not gonna be able to see it. But Bane has some images here that are like Steve Harvey running away from a monster. In low res, like shitty trail cam footage or whatever, and it looks very convincing.
Oh yeah, when you go to a full tweet, it looks and it's making like they got all Steve Harvey's like little facial things he does just in every image completely accurate. It looks like Steve Harvey's running through all of these.
Yeah, and then like, yeah, I mean, like if you want it to be photorealistic, it's not going to be exactly perfect. But if you do specify, like I said to have it look like Mario Odyssey, and it looks more or less like Mario Odyssey, like pretty convincingly. And yeah, it's just, I mean, it was actually funny because like just last night I was thinking, randomly apropos of nothing, I was thinking, earlier this year people kept talking about how AI is going to be like getting better and better by leaps and bounds every week, every day. And, because back then, like January or whatever, it would seem like every day or every couple of days there would be some new incredible thing that's like, oh my God, the AI can do this now. And it would keep getting better. And it seems like that's kind of plateaued a little bit. But this is another thing where I'm looking at this. And this is, by the way, the one that we're describing is just the more or less free Bing AI.
Yeah.
You get like 100 credits, which is 100 fucking uses of it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're replenished every week or when you get Microsoft points, like the rewards points that they have. Because I launched a Master Chief Collection on Wednesday, and then I checked like
because if it's
Saturday
going that
night,
way,
last night.
If it's going that way, then if you're a Game Pass user, you can just get easy rewards to make just constant meme images.
Or literally, if you just have Master Chief Collection,
or just go on Bing.
Wait until you get the points.
Search like 5 things, and then come back in.
Yeah, you don't even really need to pay. It's just kind of meant to make you spend time or whatever, that kind of thing.
You're going to have to use... I mean, I've been using the Edge browser to fucking do this, so that's a price I have to pay.
That was the thing before, and I was never into using Edge to fucking do Bing, but I tried it today. It's working fine in Firefox.
Oh shit!
So they've apparently updated that.
Well, I've just been doing it on...
mine was working on Brave.
Fucking thing then.
There was one that you made, Bane, that was Bart Simpson in a plane heading to the Twin Towers.
That one's just the Twin Towers. It's not. It's not two unspecified towers.
Well, it is, but also it's so like almost perfectly Bart Simpson. He has like a little bit of a weird foot, but like the art style and the shading and everything, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's great.
I mean, damn. Yeah, no, I mean, all of the human meme smiths, their jobs are going to be taken away.
I gotta
I mean,
say, my favorite one that I've made is Dante from Devil May Cry eating beans in a public restroom, and the AI filled the toilet with beans. I
I
didn't
see that.
ask for that.
I just knew
It's
you
funny.
wanted that.
Yeah, it was just like, hey, it'd be really funny. Put the beans in the toilet.
Well, it's only like the funny thing is, right? It's only a matter of time. I recently watched the Spider-Verse 2 movie, and it has 2099 Miguel O'Hara, and Miguel has like this AI companion sidekick lady named like Lila or something, and she's all sassy and whatever. And I'm just looking at this and I'm just imagining basically like in a year or two, you could probably just talk to the AI and it would legitimately be like the Nude Tane sketch of like, computer, generate beans, Dante. Okay, but bro, you want the toilet full of beans too? You know I do,
Yes,
computer.
sir.
Hell
Yes, I
yeah.
do.
Yeah,
I gotta
it's gonna
say,
be not too
really
long.
want that.
Yeah, that's the future that we're headed towards rapidly.
Well, it's a shame. It's a shame though because we're currently in the middle of a zombie apocalypse. We're not really gonna have that happen.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true. No, I'm Canadian, so we didn't get the zombie apocalypse, but we live under Trudeau, so it's arguably already been happening for years.
It's a different kind
So
of zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
on September 30th, I didn't see this until like a little bit after we recorded.
Yeah.
But turn off your cell phones on October 4th. The EBS, put a pin in that, is going to test, in quotes, the system using 5G. This will activate the Marburg virus in people who have been vaccinated. Period. Capital and sadly turn some of them into zombies. So,
Just straight up
Bane,
zombies.
Yeah.
zombies.
Straight up
You know,
zombies.
it's fun.
That was a direct quote.
It's funny because the movies don't even call them zombies anymore. It's always
Yeah.
like clickers or
Walkers.
something. These guys are calling them zombies. That's endearing. You know, I hope they're right.
Yeah, honestly, we've been living for like 4 days in this zombie apocalypse. I gotta say, a bit underwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
that
expected
seems-
more.
I mean,
Yeah, I wanted to like have to break my staircase.
yeah, the
or something like
Ferguson
that.
riots. I mean, that was really something. But this,
So real quick, a little bit about this woman who posted it. The very first, well, first of all, her profile photo and her like banner on her profile are the same photo. That's a bit funny.
It is pretty funny.
And the very first sentence in her description, gang stalked for 22 years.
Yep.
The only good thing about it, comma, is that I'm connected to the truth. I see the world how it actually is. You want to know something hilarious? This woman is saying that she's being gang stalked. She has her full birthday, and she used to have her hometown, but she changed that in her on her fucking Twitter page.
Yeah, which is to put it nicely, the opposite of being stalked. You're just kind of publicly available at that point.
Yeah, like at that point, just like at what point are you inviting the gang stalking, quote unquote?
Well, I mean,
And
it's
then-
like the Chris Chan thing.
Because
where,
gang stalking is fucking seeing a red car and saying that's the government, they're sending them after me.
Yeah, when secretly it's with turquoise cars.
Yeah, we all know.
I mean, there are situations potentially where somebody could be gang stalked, but it's usually not going to be probably a large scale government operation. It's maybe going to be a surveillance operation by the like police if you've done something, or it might be some random like crazy people, like a crazy stalker or something, but it's probably not going to be a vast interconnected web of degeneracy across the, entire planet.
It's that same thing with like.
Oh my god, she's doubling down.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Go ahead and finish what you're saying, and then
well, we're already all zombies, so it makes sense.
Of course.
Oh yes, phone bad.
Phone very bad. Wife bad too.
Someone is saying that she's moving the goalposts. This is okay. So she posted a video like 3 days after the zombie apocalypse happened. It's a song, I think.
I was gonna say, for for slaying constant zombies.
I mean, it's called Vampire Weekend.
I mean, hey.
Oh, it's Vampire Weekend?
Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. So it's by Vampire Weekend. Okay. So then someone asks, are you not a zombie yet? And she says, quote, there is a 30-day incubation period for the Marburg virus. One of the side effects of the Pfizer was a deletion of the 1p38 gene. What?
The IP Freely gene.
Yes.
George Soros, Bill Gates, and Anthony Fauci want to reduce the world population to 95%.
Why does it always have to
The
be
95 or
Soros?
delete 95?
To 95%. Like, if you're gonna go, like, go full hog. Come on.
Yeah.
Well, this is
So-
funny because there's been people that, like, just yesterday or something, a recent stream I did, I was looking at some people who believe that evidently the world is in the sea. It was a conservative, Christian conservative hip hop artist named Tyler or something, Tyson, I think. And he had a song called Bodies, and it was about how people are dropping like a body. Everybody be dropping everywhere. People are dying mysteriously, and we realized that it was this conspiracy. There was another video we saw recently that had a similar vibe of like, people are dying, everybody. We all know why, though, and then they didn't really say why. It seems to be that, the COVID vaccine is killing people. I had like a guy in chat defending it, and I was like, but well, why are they doing this though? Why is this what they want? Like, they in quotes. Why do they want like some random news broadcasters or whoever to fall over and have a stroke or something? And the answer was like, money and control. And I'm like, of what? What does that mean? Where do you get the money and it's like the flat earth thing. What's the fucking end goal of pulling the wool over people's eyes on this scale?
Yeah, it's like
It's
like
nonsense.
there's this really funny fucking reply, and it's true. It's funny because it's true to this woman's initial tweet where it says that the Marburg virus is going to get vaccinated, something like that. I don't know. I can't fucking decipher these runes without turning on my ability. But there's this one after. I'm sorry, my brain's a little addled. There's this one reply to it that says, "Where the fuck is it? Where is it?
I'll find it."
It's well, I want to like read it off verbatim, but it's basically the Steven Crowder changed my mind meme, but it's like you're not worth microchipping.
Oh, okay.
Like,
yeah, a lot of people
shits,
aren't really
shits are
worth.
expensive.
And also, microchipped is not, whatever size they think it is. It's actually a decent size. You like for even the because we talked about this before, but that the little RFID thing that Zoe Quinn has in her hand.
Yeah.
That's like that's still pretty big. You still will feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are just bafflingly dumb.
Well, I remember when the virus was first starting, I remember my initial thoughts were that it reminded me of Deus Ex, the beginning of Deus Ex, where it's Bob Page and Walton Simons talking in the corporation in the building, and they're like, "Why contain it? Let it flow out into the streets and into the churches. Sooner or later, they'll be begging for us to save them." And it was this whole like orchestrated government plot, conspiracy, fake epidemic vaccine thing where they were like, well, it wasn't even a microchipping thing. That was a little more directly just they want to sell you the vaccine that you don't really need. I don't know. It reminded me of that a little at the beginning. And so that's why I have like the slightest bit of sympathy when people have like COVID conspiracies. Because I'm like, there has been a number of fiction, like pieces of fiction, where I can kind of see where you might be a little sus about this whole thing, but also like not that sus. Like, settle down.
It's also a work of fiction that someone wrote. It's a story.
Yeah. Well, it's also that game in particular is a game about every conspiracy theory is real.
Yeah.
So, like, I mean, you can't just be like, well, see, this one was right. Well, yeah. Yeah, and at that point, you just have to say that Majestic 12 and everything is, well, actually, that is real, so
Yeah.
never mind, I'll shut up.
There's a few that might be a little real, but
The FBI, the CIA, they might have killed JFK a little bit, whatever.
I mean,
The FBI was Martin Luther King, though.
Right. Yeah, I got to get that right.
You're not from America. It's not taught to you in the conspiracy rulebook.
yeah, you guys don't have that on lock.
You get some like weird Justin Trudeau, Fidel Castro theories.
Yeah, even though he looks very, very similar to his dad, like facially, but people say that his dad is Fidel Castro, I guess, which I'm all for Justin Trudeau is a cuck theories, but that's going a little far.
I mean,
Justin Trudeau did like separate from his wife a little while ago, and I saw the pictures of them, and they did not look happy next to each other, even though they were doing the whole like, yeah, we're amicably splitting, everybody's happy, everybody's great, vote for me next year. Buy my wife's book.
My wife. God, I don't know. What is the current sentiment in Canada about Justin Trudeau?
Well, the current sentiment is basically if you want to vote conservative, you're voting for like a hilarious, ridiculous group of people that are like actual Bible thumping crazy people, like just joke conservatives. It's kind of like they're kind of like how Republicans were in like 2006 or something. Like
oh no,
a little more, I don't know, a little less Trumpy and a little more Bush, like W. That era.
Oh man, that sounds nostalgic.
It's a little nostalgic.
For us, it sounds nostalgic.
It's just that the other options are Trudeau, more of Trudeau, or vote for the like borderline communist NDP party, which it's not a great time here in Canada.
It's
I suppose it could be worse. I could live in the US.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I could live in insert funny state here, and it's just like a fucking scroll of like Florida, Ohio, fucking Delaware, Michigan, any of the bad states.
Oh yeah.
California.
Ohio.
So real quick, last thing on the on the October 4th zombie apocalypse thing.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to read you a quote from our favorite punching bag, our second favorite punching bag, Elon Musk. I don't read
Glenner.
Well, there's Glenner, there's Ian Miles Chong, there's fucking Chris Chan, honestly.
Yeah, but Ian Miles Chong one, that's a good one.
Our fourth favorite punching bag, Elon Musk.
One of the High Council.
Yeah.
Yeah. Quote, I don't read the legacy media propaganda much anymore. It's a waste of time and a sadness generator. Just get my news from X. Much more immediate, has actual world-class subject matter experts and tons of humor. So much better.
World-class... No.
Subject matter
Guys, remember, the Marburg virus is going to activate in everyone who's been vaccinated, and they're all going to turn into zombies.
Remember to take
world-class subject matter experts.
Take your fucking horse medicine and they won't get you. It'll be fine.
Exactly. Oh god.
I forget, was the ivermectin supposed to like stop the virus, or was it supposed to?
I don't think they knew.
I forget what it was specifically meant to do, because it felt like it was a thing where it was like, this is going to stop the virus, but it was from people that were also from in the same sentence, implying that the virus isn't real or something. And then people would still just take it and get like horrible, like, I don't know, did people die from the ivermectin?
I'm not certain.
Don't know, actually.
People got hurt. I don't know. I don't think I've heard anybody die from it, but they like vomited up pretty bad, I think.
Oh, that sucks.
If at very least, it cannot be good for you.
Well, that's what you get for fucking guzzling weird horse cum.
I feel like you would probably be safer if you did guzzle horse cum.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
they put taurine in fucking energy drinks.
It's all natural.
Yeah.
Uh,
I can't find my fucking chromatic aberration option. Can't believe this.
why have you done this to me? I do got a topic that I find utterly hilarious, and it's
But real
Tinder.
quick, do we
Yeah.
do we want to do that, or do we want to real quick go through the other Elon Musk things I have?
Oh,
It's just a couple.
sure. Let's knock those out.
Well, Grimes is suing him over parental rights to their 3 children. You know, ex Asha, the other one, and Techno Mechanicus.
Oh dear. It's like their children's names when I hear them every time. It's like hearing the names of like stage names for a black metal band. Like
Yeah,
my
or like
name is Witch Slayer the Thunder or some shit.
it's like fucking Metal Wolf Chaos names.
Yeah.
I mean, you might as well have just named your child Metal Wolf Chaos. Or of course
Honestly,
John Wick Chapter 3.
Of course.
yeah, but like
Or the Continental, the new spin-off series.
yes. I think you gotta include the full title, the Continental, what John Wick series on HBO or whatever it is.
Yeah, Peacock.
Peacock. Of course, it's the one that doesn't fucking no one likes.
See, what I'm
Yeah.
gonna do,
Although they've
It's
had
it's the one
bangers.
it's
Couple bangers.
it's the one that people have because the office is on it.
I'm gonna go societally avant-garde with it. When I have a kid, if it's a girl, I'm
Yeah.
gonna name my daughter 2.5 Men. I think that will be for the best for mankind. I want to do my
course.
part.
What if it's a boy?
If it's a
Two
boy, it'll
broke
be
girls.
Gilmore Girls.
I mean,
That's
Gilmore
true
Girls
too.
pretty
Yeah.
good.
Golden Girls, maybe.
Sure.
maybe
sure.
that's the name they unlock when they hit 50.
Yeah, they evolve like Pokemon.
Hell yeah. So
man.
I guess we got to look forward to Elon Musk cutting some other feature because he always does that whenever he's in the news for something stupid.
Yeah, I guess that could happen.
Well, I mean, they tried streaming, and I did see a clip of his test video game stream, and it was
flickering.
It almost gave me a fucking epileptic seizure. Hell yeah!
His fucking game was flickering, and either he had a candle in a mirror, or just a candle, and then the next room another candle.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's fucking.
So Twitter has streaming now, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. And
Elon Musk tested it out, and it was
a stuttery mess.
Well, I mean, the funny thing about that is Twitter used to own Periscope.
Yeah, which was a decent stream.
Oh my god, you're right.
Periscope worked reasonably okay. I used to use it sometimes, and I would stream myself playing keyboard or something to 5 viewers or something. And yeah, it worked reasonably okay. It didn't have videos crashing left and right, and people were able to directly wire their streams into Periscope, just like with Twitch or something like that. And then they scrapped Periscope, basically. And so now it's just funny to hear they've got streaming again, and it's garbage.
Yeah, well, apparently the streaming is okay. It's just his stream is the one that sucked, which that tracks. Honestly.
Yeah, I believe that. I can easily believe that, yeah.
And the other one is I'm gonna read this verbatim because it's so fucking funny, and it has a community note that completely outs it. So, just in 2 days ago, Bloomberg reports X is already cash flow positive when not including the cost of servicing debt. Guys, I'm cash flow positive, not including my medical bills.
Yeah, I'd like to announce that I'm cash flow positive, apart from all of the negatives. Thank you.
Apart from me having to, buy things.
Yeah.
Everything is good as long as I don't have to spend a dime.
I'm a very cash flow positive person as long as I do not engage with capitalism and do not acknowledge it, frankly.
The moment we spend even a penny, we go into the red.
Yeah.
So...
Make sure to shout out Loud Equals Funny Patreon and also Cushy Dreams. Promo code Loud Equals Loud 25.
Let's knock out that ad read super early, because that way we get it as early as possible. Folks, go buy Cushy Dreams. They have pre-rolls. Yeah. They've got Delta 8 and Delta 9 gummies. They've got CBD.
they've got shit that you could use to put your grandma she could take it, and yeah, man.
Yeah.
Cushy Dreams.
Cushy Dreams fucking rules. They sponsor
Give
us.
Cushy Dreams to your parents, and they'll be cool like you are.
Hell yeah. Get those blue raspberry gummies they got. Delicious.
Yeah, and when you
Once I have some cash, I'm definitely ordering those.
and if you buy the gummies and
I'm gonna use code LOUD25 at checkout.
And you
Hell
don't
yeah.
forget to use code LOUD25 at checkout. And if you say it really quietly and you say LOUD25, then you're doing it the wrong way. You have to shout that it's LOUD25 at checkout.
Yeah.
Come on, fuckers.
Like if you just enter that in and stay silent, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
It's gonna work. You have to shout it from the rooftops.
You gotta be
You
in
have
the
to
middle
go to
of
the local convenience store and say, "Hey, buddy, you want to get high?" And they get thrown out because
Yeah.
they didn't let you finish that sentence.
What you gotta do is you gotta go to your local library while you're on the computer. You know, you're filling out forms you need to fill out. You open a new tab, go to cushydreams.com, fill out your cart, and then, like, right as you're finishing, shout out the code, and then you'll probably end up getting kicked out, but you'll have already made your purchase, so you won't have to worry.
The important thing to do is make sure that if whatever you do, you don't sell your Cushy Dream stuff. You don't have any of that anywhere near the playground, because that would be unfortunate.
It's for 21 years and older only.
You don't want to shout about Loud25 near the playground or maybe in a church. That might be, well, maybe it is. It's natural.
Yeah,
it's all natural.
I mean, look, you're in a confessional, you pass your Padre J, he's not really he's gonna look the other way on a lot of things now, He's not gonna judge you for anything.
It's the future. I mean, we can't have jetpacks yet, but you can go to Cushy Dreams.
Exactly. Help us, help you, get really high, use our code, what have you.
You help us, and that's just mainly you're helping us, so that's also great.
Listen, help us, help Cushy Dreams, help you, and help Cushy Dreams, help us, help you.
And help Cushy Dreams, help us, and rock beats paper, because frankly, rock flies right through paper, and I'm sick of that paper covers rock bullshit.
Yeah, it's like if that rock spins around on that piece of paper, guess what? It's coming out.
It's still a functional rock. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I've always hated that game. Like, ugh.
I mean, Rochambeau just works way better anyways.
Oh, yeah, no. I mean, you're not even a weeaboo for saying that. It's just a better thing.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly, the best version, though, was the Big Bang Theory's Rock, Paper, Scissors, Lizard, Spock.
Well, yeah, because he had so many new variables.
Adding so many new funny ha-has makes it so much better.
Well, yeah, because Spock is there, and you know him from Star Wars, so it makes it really funny.
And then a lizard.
From Babylon 5.
Oh, that's funny.
It was a lizard in Elder Scrolls. They're made of trees.
Yes. The lusty lizards.
I can't wait for the dedicated hour just discussing how Argonians come from trees whenever we do the Elder Scrolls episode.
Oh, just you wait, because there's a canon explanation for the females having tits, too.
Oh, nice.
Does there need to be?
No, but there is.
It doesn't need to be anything, really, Bane. I mean, existence is futile.
True. Oh, man. I'm thinking about replaying all the old Elder Scrolls games, because we got some time. I could go one through all the way back to Arena.
I would skip Arena until it gets a Sourceport.
True, but I haven't played it in years, and I know it probably does not work well on modern platforms.
It's a good game with a fucked up control scheme. Oh, good lord.
I mean, that's the thing about any game for the DOS from that era was the controls.
That's
were
the thing.
Often really fucked.
Base Daggerfall has fully remappable controls.
Mm-hmm.
Like without even installing Unity. So you can just set that shit up to WASD and mouse look.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It was very common in that era for the controls to be like all over the keyboard for no reason. And it would be like jump would be A and left and right would be like comma and period or some shit. Insane garbage. And every game was slightly different. And yeah, you couldn't always remap them. So that's pretty annoying.
Fuck.
I'm not that interested. I'm not that interested in playing Arena, but I was always kind of interested in playing fucking the two secret games, Redguard and Battlespire.
Oh yeah.
Redguard's interesting. Battlespire, I like it, but also I understand why people don't because it's literally just a big dungeon crawl.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it's, I guess, Arena isn't exactly that, but I remember wasn't it supposed to be that kind of? Well,
It
no,
was
it was
supposed,
going to be just arena combat. Yeah.
yeah,
Man, I wonder what that would have been like. Like a game where it
with
just focused on like the shitty first person control combat for arena.
I mean, I would hope that at the very least they would focus more on combat if they did something like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume so. Um, no, I mean, I was always interested in Redguard because it is like a very
It's
kind
a
of
bit like
underknown one, you know?
it's the first one that Todd Howard worked on, like
Oh yeah,
as an actual part of the development, not just porting Daggerfall to Windows.
right.
But yeah, I mean, it plays a lot like Tomb Raider, which
Right.
is really good, but also it's not. It falls apart in a lot of different areas.
Yeah. I know there's a good selection of like Elder Scrolls games, come to think of it, because you've got Redguard, you've got Battlespire, then you've got like the was it two, the Travels games? I think it was two of them, right?
There were three.
Three.
Well, actually
Yeah.
four technically. There's Dawnstar and Stormhold, which were mobile phone games specifically for the flip phones and Java phones.
Yeah, I remember Joel played one of them, or maybe both.
He played Oblivion,
Mm.
Elder Scrolls Travels Oblivion, which was also, I think, for flip phones. And then there's Elder Scrolls Travels Shadowkeep. We're
That
getting
was
way too
the
much.
N-Gage.
Yeah, that was on the N-Gage. We're getting way too much into this shit, by the way.
I know, but
Hey,
this
I
is
respect
Mini
this is stuff
hyperfixation.
we'll never get into these games when we talk
Oh,
about
I
the
will.
actuals. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, because a bit of Shadowkey is referenced in the trailer to Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh, well, that's pretty
But
cool.
it takes place during not Oblivion, during Arena, and
Oh,
it's
shit.
it's like while the champion is going around doing shit, and it's this whole new thing. It takes place on the border between High Rock, Hammerfell, and Skyrim.
Yeah, that's interesting. I
I played
watched
a
a
bit of it. I think Engage emulation needs to get better.
yeah, I can't imagine there's much demand for it necessarily outside of that game and maybe like two or three others.
Yeah.
I watched a video recently from Noah Caldwell Gervais. It was a 9-hour video talking about Fallout and all of the Fallouts, including each of the DLCs and the Brotherhood of Steel PS2 game,
Oh,
which
shit.
No.
I think is officially probably the worst Fallout. It has a fucking sponsorship for Balls energy drink.
I've had balls. It's well, hold on, hang on. Not in that way. But it's honestly not too bad. It's just it has way too much caffeine in it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the actual energy drink is fine. It was
Yeah,
just
it's
really
just
funny to have that being advertised in a post-apocalyptic Fallout
yeah.
game.
That I mean, hey, that's what where does Brotherhood of Steel take place?
I don't even remember.
I'm
Damn.
drawing a
It's
blank.
like a desert or something. I think it's a West Coaster.
Yeah, I guess that's just where Nuka-Cola didn't get distributed. So
Yeah.
instead, the most popular drink is now balls.
I mean, I'm looking at your thing here that says Lamau Balls, so there you go.
Hey,
My
I'm still
balls.
looking for a fucking chromatic aberration effect. The old one broke.
Oof.
Damn.
That sucks.
Oh, I was
Real
gonna
quick,
yeah.
I do want to really quick finish up that Bloomberg report for X being cash flow positive. No, really.
Oh,
Please don't
okay.
make fun of us.
I didn't realize it wasn't done. Continue.
There is a community note that wasn't there when I bookmarked this.
Oh boy.
Bloomberg did not report that X is cash flow positive. The article in question merely reported that X CEO Linda Yakarino
Yackery.
claims that claims it is if debts are excluded, which is non. This itself is a nonsensical statement, as cash flow calculations explicitly include debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking report.
Jeez.
Yeah, again, it's perfectly positive as long as you ignore everything that's negative. Yeah,
Yes, of
Yeah,
course.
that's the way that
course.
works.
Yeah.
All right.
So, I did have I had two things that I wanted to talk about. One, so we've never talked about Redfall. But it
No.
got a patch
The
finally to
Elder
get it
Scrolls
60
Redfall.
frames. Yeah.
I
Arcane.
finally got the 60 FPS. Wow.
Yeah. That
Took long enough.
that is one of those games where I like the idea, but the execution I didn't. Well, killing vampires in a co-op game. I don't know. I wanted that.
Yes. It always seemed very generic. I mean, even
It's
I don't know.
Far Cry with vampires.
It's an Arcane game, and like Arcane feels like they've been steadily losing, like, not just losing talent or whatever, but like you go back, like I think one of their earliest games was Arx Fatalis. I think was
Yeah.
one of their earliest
Phallus
ones.
Metallum. Yeah.
And I think that was like a fairly large scale RPG type thing. I never played it, but I've heard that it's pretty good, and I think it's pretty large scale. And then Dark Messiah of Might and Magic was, that's a classic, but it was also like
game.
Exactly. Yeah. It was like a pretty ambitious game for its time. And as you go along, like Dishonored was pretty ambitious, but not quite as not as much as maybe Thief was, And then like Prey is like, this game's pretty good, and I played like a little over half of it, and there was a lot of impressive stuff there, but I'm like, this is pretty good. It's not quite as good as like Deus Ex, but it's pretty good. And then you get to Redfall, and like, man, it's like it's not. Oh, and there's Deathloop in there, which
Yeah.
I don't even really care
I
about,
liked
but I guess some
Deathloop.
people liked it. Yeah, I mean,
things about Deathloop.
It's a more interesting concept, at least. That's what I'm saying. Is like Redfall is just such a basic. Like, it's not very ambitious. It's just like, I guess there's some zombies and you shoot them, and there's co-op, and it's like, okay, well,
I mean,
there's like a billion games that are like that on Steam or like Android.
I mean, the thing I'll say is I'm glad at least that they did patch it. They didn't just kind of like, because there are people that bought it. They should get those patches. There's also I think there's 2 DLCs planned.
Well, yeah, I watched a video about it like a month or two ago, and it was somebody was returning to the game, and they were pointing out like the Reddit community has basically resigned themselves to, well, Redfall's dead. Nobody cares. They're not going to release those DLCs. They're probably not going to do the 60 FPS patch.
Yeah.
Like the diehardest fans of it on like the Reddit are just kind of like, yeah, I guess it's done.
Well, I mean, here's the interesting thing. Will this become Cyberpunk? Because this is kind of a two-part question for me. People said a lot of shit about Cyberpunk when that came out.
That's the thing. I think games like that, like, open world games, more open-ended games like Cyberpunk and like No Man's Sky and Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Those have a very high chance of coming back strong. I think single-player games like, well, more linear games.
Yeah, more
they're less
focused.
They're less likely to, come back in a strong way unless like new content is added.
Well, I mean, I don't know. This is like an online thing where you play with friends and stuff, so I could see it being kind of like a live service deal, but most of those aren't good either. So
I played a few hours of it. I kind of stopped after a certain point because the 30 FPS was rough, and I played it at launch, so it was even rougher. It did get better with patches, but by that time I was like, I'm not putting 60 more gigs back on my hard drive. But yeah, no, the best way to describe it is it's like if somebody put Far Cry 5, but somebody put vampires in it. And co-op.
Oh, well. I mean,
If
I
you
guess
like
Far
Far Cry
Cry 5.
5,
I like the. I will say, as much as I deride Far Cry a lot of the time, I think 5 is a pretty interesting game.
I had a good time
Um,
with 5.
well, like 3 is a classic, and
Yeah.
the first two are also great. I don't know, they're very different. It's like a different series basically, but 4 is kind of just sort of just like feels like a retread of 3 and like a different skin. But 5 really has its own thing going on with the cult stuff, and it's not really something that too many other games do. Yeah.
True.
No, five is decent. 5 is decent. I'm just thinking about that now. Like, yeah, Far Cry kind of sucks, but 5 is okay. I don't know. I
Um,
guess, yeah, it's got a little of that small town charm kind of thing. I saw some of that. It's decent enough map,
yeah.
but the enemy AI is so garbage for one thing, and like I don't know, the shooting just seemed very really by the numbers. Nothing too special.
Yeah, this
Whatever happened to that Back for Blood game? I know that's different, but
yeah,
like,
Back for Blood, it came out, it released its 3 DLCs. The thing with it is it wasn't really good or bad, it was just kind of meh.
uh,
I played through all the DLCs even. I gave it the fairest shake I could. It just
didn't
it's a
it
6 out of 10, if that makes
didn't it
sense.
have like it had some kind of weird like card system that people really didn't like?
Yeah, the card system sounded cool on paper. In execution, it was just kind of there, if that makes sense. You would pick
Yeah.
you'd put a deck of like buff cards that would, like, as you played through each level, you would start to earn more of those cards at the end of them.
Uh,
But the game would have its own sort of like anti-player deck that each round, like each level, it would add a new card in. So like after your first 3, you might get like the smoker equivalent will do 2 times damage, but only if you're at 50% health already. Like it do these kind of weird card things that
I mean, that's a kind of an interesting way of shaking it up, but
yeah.
it's either that would either be annoying or not very consequential either way.
Yeah, it's like it's not consequential until a certain point where it starts throwing the fuck you cards, is what I'd call them. Where it's like, okay,
Yeah.
that's just gonna piss me off. I'm gonna run into this little fucker, and there goes my day.
It's funny how like simple and effective Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 both were.
Yeah,
And like people still play them. Like the player count for Left 4 Dead 2, I'm pretty sure is higher than like fucking Forspoken or whatever the fuck, like
well, I
Well,
mean,
recent
yeah.
games that
but I'd say it's at least like on the level of the latest like Call of Duty games on Steam.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of
yeah,
fucking players for it.
and yet every it's like it's a pretty simple formula. I mean, I haven't played those games too much, but like I don't think there's anything too crazy going on in them, but it seems like every game that tries to do like sort of a Left 4 Dead thing, but it's open world or it's got this thing going on, and it's always like some kind of giant failure. There was
Yeah.
that Vampire the Masquerade one too. That came out, didn't it?
Um, I don't think I think so. Well, no,
Yeah.
there was a Vampire Masquerade Battle Royale game that was out and that got
There
delisted.
was?
Yeah, there was. It was actually kind of fun.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
funny.
but there was one that was like a Left 4 Dead style thing, wasn't it?
I think there was, but I'm drawing a blank on the title of it for the life of me.
Because there was like, oh, and then there was that other one too that was like Left 4 Dead in space. I don't think that's out yet. It was like some indie game.
Oh,
And it had these like fucking chipper Marvel Pro Tag fucking people that were you're supposed to play as.
yeah, that's actually made by one of the guys who worked at Valve, the Anacrusis.
Oh God, yeah.
Yep,
No, I
it was
I
okay.
remember
I
because
I played a little bit of it.
oh, that came out too, huh?
It's in early access, but it's been that way for like a year. They keep putting content in.
Mm, yeah, I
It's
remember that
fun,
was
but it's not
that was
like great.
announced on like the same day that fucking uh like the vampire one and Redfall, I think, were all at like the same
Yeah, they all hit
event or
at that same
something.
E3. Yeah.
And it was just, man, it was a fucking flood of these identical. Two of them were even about vampires. It was ridiculous.
Well, what it is it's like how it used to be with film, where they'd have an idea, a company would hear another idea from like another company, like, all right, we could do that and we can do it faster. Fuck it, let's try beating them to it. That happens a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. Oh yeah, there's also that Silent Hill Ascension thing. I'll talk about that because I'm kind of interested in this.
Oh,
Alright.
is that the fucking Steam game or
What's the
Twitch game?
What's the streaming? Yeah, it's a streaming series.
Right.
They described how it works, and I'm gonna give it I'm gonna give it a little fair shake. I'm gonna give it a first month, see how it works. But they're going to do every single day at 9 p.m. Eastern. There will be new content, and it's either on the website or on the mobile apps. And I think they're gonna have more past mobile, but that's just what they've announced so far. So
Interesting.
every day at about 9 p.m. there's going to be like, I think maybe like 10 or 20 minutes worth of content. And within that bit of content, and you'll have that for the whole day, essentially, you can make a choice. And that choice will lead into like the next thing. And at the end of the week, it'll be compiled into a whole episode that'll just work like a show.
Is
this
it personalized or is it like a committee thing?
It's community.
All right. Okay.
So
Okay, well, that's interesting.
you do have to kind of hope that people don't fuck you over.
Yeah.
So how long, I mean, do you play through it once and then that's it and that's the story?
Well, what it'll do is like at the end of a week, that episode will be like the canon story, and they said that at the end of, because it's gonna be 6 months, they're gonna be streaming this for 6 months, so there's 26, at least 26 episodes. But at the end of it, they're going to rerun it with all the original choices locked out to see what that will essentially lead to.
So what, they've filmed all of this already then?
Yeah, what it's all like CGI, and they've gotten like mocap actors to do everything. From what I've heard, they've been doing tests of this for a little bit, so they apparently have ran through like a few scenarios.
Isn't this more or less just that Ranboo thing that Vinny and Germa were in, where Germa looked like Giga Chad?
Kind of, but on a bigger scale, essentially.
Well, it also reminds me of the interactive movie scene from Futurama, where like it's Calculon and they like the people in the theater have to vote for what the movie, what the next scene is in the movie. I'm glad that we're basically at that point with fiction. That's cool. I mean, it's an interesting idea to have that happen. I just can already picture a video titled "The Downfall of Silent Hill Ascension."
Yeah, which people I've already seen people shitting on it. When I hear descriptions of it, I'm like, man, as a Silent Hill fan, this is not the worst thing that's happened to a fucking series.
Yeah, like
I'll take this over
2012
Homecoming.
happened.
Oh yeah,
2012 happened.
fucking
What
Silent
happened
Hill
in 2012?
Revelation, the HD remake, the Vita game.
Yeah.
Which, admittedly, I'll say this about the Vita game:
Good dungeon crawler.
it was a good dungeon crawler, and it satisfied when Diablo 3 was shitting the bed. 'Cause
Interesting.
True.
If you remember
Silent Hill dungeon crawler, really?
Yeah, it
On
was
Vita, yeah.
Book of Memories.
Wow.
It is not what we wanted from a Silent Hill game, but as a dungeon
was
crawler, it's
okay.
pretty fun.
So it's a Federation Force moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's better than Federation Force, I think.
The game's not terrible, but yeah.
I'm just surprised that Konami fucked the series up for so long. It literally the
it's not
easiest
even
bag
really-
ever.
It's not even really a fuck up in the sense that like they weren't like well, they were for a while. They were fucking it up with a bunch of shit that kept coming out, and eventually they were just like, you know what? No more Silent Hill for a while. We don't need more downpours or whatever.
Yeah.
But the big fuck up really was just burning the bridge with Kojima, which is definitely not a one-sided thing. Kojima is like a wild, crazy, creative
He's a
guy
nut.
who will just burn through your entire budget so that Solid Snake can have an iPod that functions, and he'll do that, and he won't give a shit, and it's like, and then he'll delay the game for 6 months. So it kind of makes sense that Konami might not have been happy with him, but I was talking on stream recently because I've been doing horror streams because it's October, and
spooky season.
yeah, and I was something that I was looking at. It reminded me of PT, and I stopped the stream for a second to be like, has there ever been any other thing that was never released that was as influential as PT is as a thing that wasn't released.
Influential, probably not. No.
Probably not. Like,
Like,
PT influenced so many things.
It
Like, we
influenced
were-
fucking Resident Evil, the series that influenced Silent Hill.
yeah, I mean that's what'll happen.
Insane.
PT, it's a video game, but what I was watching was some sort of, I think, if I remember correctly, it was like an analog horror ARG type thing, and it
Yeah.
was some sequence in that was like walking through a house, and there was like phone calls going off, and I don't know, something kind of like that, and I was just like, it reminded me of PT, and yeah, that has been people have been trying to recreate that for so long. And that game never even fucking came out. If Konami had just let Silent Hills happen, I mean, we probably wouldn't have Death Stranding, and a lot of people don't care.
I mean,
I think it's a
I
cool
like Death
thing.
Stranding.
I think the story is so. I'm so backwards with Death Stranding because I actually think the gameplay is an interesting concept, but the story is so completely garbage and stupid that I just can't. I just
Yeah,
can't deal with it.
I was gonna say that when you mentioned the story in a derisive voice.
I mean,
Yeah, it's like the story. I don't know if there's themes and stuff that are like really groundbreaking or anything. It's just all it's like metal. If every part of Metal Gear was just the silly bullshit and just Princess Beach and Die Hard Man characters and I just it's the whole game, you know, and they're making a sequel to that. Which it makes you wonder if Silent Hills would have been all that good if Kojima was just going crazy in fucking Silent Hill and there was just wacky, insane Kojima shit. Like the fucking Silent Hill community might be really upset with Kojima if he made that full game. And it was like, no, that's not the lore. And he's like, I don't give a shit.
I mean, it couldn't have been as bad as some of the ones we did get.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see it being any worse than Homecoming.
Oh man,
Is that the worst one?
Homecoming
I would
is
say,
the worst. I'd say so.
Honestly,
That's the Wii one, right?
No, that's the 360
yeah,
one.
Homecoming was Silent Hill 5.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, though, I would say that I like Downpour the least.
I mean,
The
yeah.
least?
Yeah, like it had a good melee system, but I don't think fucking Silent Hill should have a good melee system.
Well, I mean,
No, not necessarily.
There's a lot of things I liked about Downpour. I liked the little side, like you could find side quests around the world. I really liked that because it. Here's the thing, the game wasn't scary, but it had really good exploration. It just wasn't scary.
Yeah, I've heard
that
that
is a
there's
death
a lot
sentence
of...
in a horror fucking game.
I've heard that there was a lot of decent stuff in that game, Downpour. Like, it was really broken, apparently, when it came out. But then they fixed it. And I don't know if it's, like, totally fixed perfectly now, but, like, they fixed it up enough that people can play it. And, yeah, it's apparently got, like, pretty decent gameplay, good stuff in it, you know, but not scary, not great, not a good Silent Hill.
Yeah, it's not a Silent Hill game.
Yeah. No, that one seemed like one of the more interesting of the ones after 4. I was always most interested in 4 in a lot of ways because I just like that it's like mainly set. I like that it's unrelated to the rest of the series for the most part, which is kind of it's like intriguing as an outsider. The other ones are all set in Silent Hill. It's like what's this got to do with Silent Hill? It's just some guy's apartment. Play more to find out, you know.
Yeah, but eventually you slowly get let into Silent Hill. It's like, oh
yeah.
Yeah, no, and then I'm also into like a story all set in one location. So like, and you know, it goes into like portals outside of his house or whatever the fuck. But that's just interesting. But after that, yeah, I didn't realize the one immediately after that was because yeah, that was the last one that Team Silent worked on, and then after was it like they went immediately to like a U.S. developer after that?
It went to UK. Actually, funny enough, originally it went to US because the first version of Silent Hill Origins was Climax LA. And then they got pulled off of that because apparently the plot was really weird and dumb, and the combat was kind of like essentially a portable version of RE4 for Silent Hill, which not the best fit personally.
Probably not. not what you want from what I know of the series.
We did get in my mind, really, like, pretty decent Origins from Climax UK.
Yeah, or Origins was okay.
Which one is that?
That's the PSP
It was
one.
0.
Okay.
Yep.
I remember hearing that there was one on the Wii that was like a remake of the PlayStation.
Shattered Memories.
Yeah.
Was that one was good, right?
Shattered
I think I like
Memories-
Yeah, I think I like it the most out of the non-Team Silent.
It's the
development.
most unique one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ironically,
is that the one that has the horrible waggling controls though?
It does have some pretty bad waggle, but it's on
Yeah.
PSP and
Oh,
PS2,
okay.
I think.
Interesting.
The Wii version is probably the best one visually, which, I mean, that's not saying much, but
Yeah, it's a Wii game.
It's really interesting that they jumped from Team Silent to like a US or UK developer because I don't know, I feel like it's maybe more known now, like just how different a game made by like a Western company can tend to feel usually, or even like specifically just like a game from the US feels very different from like a British game or a I don't know, something like that. Japanese games though have their own whole fucking thing going on, and the idea of especially that game with its very specific, it's kind of the GTA thing of like it's a foreign person's perspective on the US, where GTA is like British people making jokes about the US. Silent Hill is like Japanese people trying to do like David Lynch Twin Peaks kind of deal, and like little town America horror kind of thing. And it's like to have an actual American company do that feels like it would never really work in the same way.
Yeah.
And that's the same feeling with like the remake thing that they're doing. Like I don't think that they can really capture it just because it's not, I don't know, it's not going to be able to.
Yeah, like I really don't think that. Well, I mean, to be fair, I don't think just anybody besides Swery could have made Deadly Premonition. But like,
Yeah.
True.
I don't think anybody outside Japan could make Deadly Premonition work in the way that it works. You know?
Yeah. That's part of why I'm really excited for Yakuza 8 because it will be international.
Yeah,
And I'm
in
sure
Hawaii.
there's going to be no shortage of fun blonde American guys who need to get to the station.
Hi, I need to get to the station.
Go straight right.
Oh man.
Let me see. Oh, do we want to talk about fucking Paintgate?
Oh yeah.
The fucking the ladder discourse.
Yeah, people are flipping shit over the so you played the Resident Evil games post 7, right?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I played some of 7. I played the VR. It's really good, and I tried.
Do you notice
I tried RE2.
Did you notice all the yellow paint everywhere?
No, obviously.
Okay,
there is. Well, basically, the new Resident Evil, the Separate Ways remake for the Resident Evil 4 remake, released a few days ago, and Resident Evil's been doing this thing for a while, where important things have yellow paint on them. Things like breakable containers, ladders, windows
It's
that you can
Mirror's
jump
Edge.
through.
Yes.
Yeah, basically. And people are kind of. I don't think anybody's really flipping a shit about it. I think it's just people who think that it's necessary because a lot of people who play games are stupid, which I get it. And then there are people who are thinking that, yeah, maybe don't slather yellow paint all over everything. It's a bit distracting.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Both sides have a point.
So
Because holy shit, I've read like people actually talking about testing, like play tests and stuff, and a lot of people who do play tests are stupid.
So, and funny enough, this is I'm somehow weaseling this into being the new Assassin's Creed 4. One of the guys who worked on Marvel's
Hey.
Avengers really blew this up even more by just goofing on it more and more. And I'm 20 megabyte image, fuck. Here we go. So you just kept doing this one, and this is where it ended. The next one's also 20 megabytes. Hang on.
Well, I don't know which part is the actual like part from the original. Oh,
The first one that I posted.
Yep.
That's the original.
I don't know. I guess it's a little silly for it to be. I mean, if it wasn't all yellow, if it was just like different, if hey, colored paint sometimes will lead you that way or something, like that would be something.
Yeah.
For it to all I could see it being distracting if it was all yellow. There doesn't seem to be any reason. Like in Mirror's Edge, it's a very much a style thing that everything you can interact with is red. So
well,
like
it works.
but
It works
there's not-
both ways, where it's like it's it is visually telling you where to go, but it's also stylized in a way that doesn't make you think about it.
Yeah, exactly. This is well, this wasn't in the original, so I don't
Nope.
know. It doesn't seem necessary. I mean,
Yeah, well,
just-
to be completely fair, the original had slightly different shading on things that you could use, so you could, in a pinch, you can tell that this box is breakable, but you can't really fuck with this wardrobe.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Old game kind of thing. You could always tell which stuff you could move or whatever.
Yeah, because like lights weren't affecting it in a way that affects
Yeah,
everything else because the
it
lighting's
was.
pre-baked.
It looked like your character and not like the pre-rendered Zelda 64 background or whatever.
Yeah.
You say in like game testing, a lot of people are stupid, and obviously there's like the DSP jokes and that sort of thing. There is also the chance that sometimes stuff just isn't really being properly telegraphed, and that can happen.
Yeah.
It's always somewhere in the middle. Like the classic example was always in, I think it was one of the Half-Life 2 expansions. I think it was the episode 1, where you're in like the caves, and there was like a developer commentary thing that was basically saying like, yeah, we had all of this stuff going on, and we had to really simplify it because people kept getting lost. And everybody for years on V would be like, man, people are so stupid. Why are games made for stupid people? And I'm just like, it might have just been confusing. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever saw Vinny. I mean, if you ever played it yourself, even, but especially Vinny played Turok 2, a
Yep,
game
yep.
a game he grew up loving, and then he played through it again, and it's like it was this miserable nightmare trying to get anywhere. And that was how I felt about fucking the Jedi Outcast specifically, and also like Jedi Knight as well. Really obtuse. Like the only way ahead in the level is this tiny like vent
Yeah,
in the
like-
in the ceiling or something.
You have to push this one specific fucking trash compactor, and if you
Yeah.
don't hit it, you have to go and fucking double back to get back to the dumpster to push it.
Yeah, and like
it's insane.
back in the day, it was one thing though, where like stuff was very low detail visually, especially like Resident Evil 4 too. Like it'd be pretty low detail visually, so you could kind of get away with things like you say, like interactable stuff would look a certain way. Nowadays, everything
Yeah.
looks the same, and so you
Yeah,
need
we have big boy graphics.
the fucking joy of my existence has been I've been playing Divinity Original Sin 2 and also Baldur's Gate 3, both by Larian, and they just have a button that you can press or either hold in or a toggle to just highlight all of the interactable shit nearby you. And it actually doesn't work as well in BG3 for some reason. I'm not sure why, but in Divinity at least it works really well. And it's because like there's so much shit that's like just a tiny thing on like a dresser, and you're like, oh, that's like a super ring that gives me an amazing new spell or something that I would never have seen because there's a million little details. And
Yeah.
I often get that with something like I was playing Horizon Zero Dawn, or no, it was Forbidden West. It was the newer one. And it's a thing that happens to me a lot where I'll walk into like an area like AAA game like Tomb Raider or whatever, or Horizon in this case. You walk into an area and the game really wants you to focus on a thing, but I'm like looking in a different direction. And the characters are all commenting on like, wow, yeah, it looks like we can get through there. And I'm just like, what? Oh, I was looking at the fucking sunset or something. Like, oh. And now I'm just like confused in where was expected to look in the room because there's so many millions of details and little tiny things everywhere.
Yeah.
So I can kind of get like telegraphing things a little bit, but yeah, the image that Tristan showed, it is like a ladder that is awkwardly slathered with paint for no real reason, and there's even like a little arrow that points up, kind of. Which, like, yeah, thank you. I didn't know I wouldn't need to climb down this ladder.
Was there only
A little bit on the right, a tiny bit. It's like subtle.
It looks more like just a random splatter than an arrow.
I guess.
I mean,
I love these edits.
Yeah, the
yeah.
edits are really funny.
You've got like there's a little shitty mini map. Oh, it looks like a fucking Morrowind mini map too.
Well, no, you know what it looks.
That shit
you know
looks
what
like it comes from Kingsfield.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that fucking V first person HUD meme. I know you two have seen it.
I've seen so many fucking variants.
What-
I don't know which one you mean, V. I know
Oh.
the Elden Ring one. I better go check out that cave.
Let me find it.
I remember that was always the funny thing is that was always a meme even before, because what spurred that one on was the people criticizing Elden Ring because it had like, I don't know, it had minimalism or something. It didn't have a million things all over the screen, and so people were like making fun of it. But the classic meme on V was to just take like a screenshot of a game and throw in a million UI elements and like Raspberry Jam Call of Duty, get to healing, get to cover, you are hurt.
Okay, I finally found the image. I had to fucking 3-lane Google to get this one. Oh, that's something we need to talk about. I should talk about
Multi-track Googling.
it's pretty much.
Yes, this is the image. Yes.
Yeah. Fingerless glove
Semen
meter.
retention too low.
Dude, fingerless glove meter should be in every game.
Yeah, honestly.
Jake, we're picking up a reading of some sort of city. Can you confirm, Jake? Jake.
If anybody is like hearing this is just the you've probably seen it. It's like a underwater, there's a gun, there's every type of UI element possible. Press X to not die.
Call, push select. Objective.
I wish
or
I had a-
infinitely.
Yep. Semen remaining.
I wish I
70%.
had a semen remaining meter in real life. That would be helpful.
I also
A lot of
love
situations.
I love Clippy's suggestion to get help with the plot. There's a few games where I could use that actually. It's like, hold on.
Yeah.
Tell me that. What did I fucking say again? Oh man. Oh, yeah, I want to talk about let me make sure I get this right. Tinder's new membership.
Oh yeah. Spending a
Well-
bunch of money on Tinder.
The funny fucking thing about that is that it's the Charlie video that talked about it. He started talking about that, but it got derailed by the fact that this is so they're charging $500 a month for some ridiculous little micro upgrades
Yeah.
and the ability to like message women that you and I say message women because it will be exclusively creepy men that buy this.
Well,
But
it's even funnier because one, Tinder offered like it's invite only, so they think like, okay, you're the biggest loser possible. You'll pay $500 a month.
yeah, wow, that's so
Yeah.
predatory.
It literally honest to God, if you're spending $500 a month on Tinder, it would be cheaper to buy a prostitute at that point.
Well,
Yeah.
Like
Honestly.
just constantly go to hookers if you're because you're not gonna get an actual date if you're because it also gives you a special badge which should just
Ooh.
title you as
Special
sucker.
little thing for my special little boy.
Oh, that's so fucking. That's like in Fallout 76 when they unveiled Fallout first.
And it badges
people-
you.
Then people were like hunting down the fucking pay piggies.
Yeah.
Because the other thing was apparently you can disable the thing that allows them to like message. Because that's the thing. You can message people who didn't match with you.
Yeah.
So if you see a honey that was not into your old man swag, you could just send her a little message and say, "Hey, cupcake," and
Fuck,
if
if you didn't have that title already picked out, Bane, Old Man Swag would have been a great
Okay.
title.
Admittedly, I might put that as like an alternate title in the description.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
we've been saving up our JF talk for a bit. We'll talk about him soon.
we've got a couple
Oh,
of big
yeah.
ones to save for the like second half.
But I gotta tell you what you get for paying $500 a month, which
yeah,
again, you are a sucker
a
if
lot.
you pay this. Direct messaging people without matching first up to 2 times a week.
You have a limit. Oh, thanks.
Yeah, at least you got a limit. You probably got to pay $1,000 to get up to 5 people.
yeah. Eventually, they'll instigate that.
A profile with an unblurred photo that is prioritized on other users likes you grid for a week, which means
That's just gonna be penises.
yeah. But, oh, dude, somebody, the first moment that this becomes a thing, the first person to buy it will put their dick as their profile picture.
Oh yeah.
And
mean,
hopefully it works for them if they're going to be this bold and stupid.
I mean, somebody really ought to make a dating site or like a dating app that just has that where it's
Yeah.
like, here's my face, here's my genitals.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to fuck? Here you.
Yeah.
Honestly, we could become billionaires by creating this concept. We might want to cut this out of a podcast.
I'm down if you're down. Let's do it. Let's make Facebook together.
We should just. Okay, is fuckbook actually taken still? Because I remember
It
somebody
is.
hopped on that domain, but
I was just thinking fuckbook, but I'm pretty sure that is taken, yes.
tell you what, I'm gonna keep thinking of titles while we talk about this because I got some potential ones. I mean, fuckbook's good, but I mean, we could just title it meetandfuck.com if that's a possibility.
That always works.
Yeah, in fact,
Loudandfucky.com.
I'm gonna quickly. I don't want to. I want to purchase a fucking domain. Find a domain. There we go.
No, loud equals fucky. That's what we need.
Yeah. That's when we get the fucking Adam and Eve sponsorship.
Exactly.
Loudandfucky.com is $12 a year. I think we might become billionaires, boys.
Well,
It's time to sign up for that.
Oh yeah, we could even get like these niche ones. There's loudandfucky.rodeo.
not rodeo.
Oh, I think I'm down for. Is there .circus? Because that would also be good.
There's a lot of these. I keep scrolling.
What about .disco?
They have
Holy shit, I love .disco.
They have .international, .fun, .guide, .rentals. Oh god.
Oh,
Loud
what are we renting?
Loud
Yes.
equals fucky .fun.
Loud equals fucky.world.
You know, for
Finally,
the
the
discerning.
Yeah.
The FNAF world of fucking URLs.
Theater if we want to get into performance art for this shit.
I mean,
I would
love to have a joke URL like that has like .world for your sex website. That would be hilarious.
Fecal funny.
There's I love some of these.
Funny.gov.
There's .me as well, which hey, loudandfucky.me. Hey, that's really good actually.
Yeah. No,
Is
.me
me
is pretty tried and true.
is me and fuck kingdom taken?
I would go with just meat and fuck if you're gonna do that.
Somebody's taking .com, .net, .org, .me, but not .space.
Meat and fuck .space.
I mean, hey.
I mean, I don't think you could really sell that if there's all of the other ones are taken. I think the copyright is probably taken.
True.
But like meat then fuck maybe.
Ooh, yeah, hey, you know what?
Yeah, you gotta add the sequence.
This is
Oh, wait,
exactly
okay,
what about-
exactly what
what about-
happened when I made the podcast originally. This is how my mind works.
This is
Yeah.
imagine this, but I'm there going, Bane, we're playing Halo.
It's
Shut
like,
up.
come on. Okay, meetthenfuck.com is available.
Okay, hang on. What about meat? Okay.
Yeah.
And fuck. Like, you know, a little
Ooh.
meat and fuck. You know, one of those.
Unavailable. All taken. Even .live. Even .live was taken.
Meat and fuck
Oh, wow.
live?
Yeah, you know what? That person, fuck, you know, they've
got it.
God damn
They
it.
got it. I mean, they're living.
Although funny
They
enough,
got the secret Scrimmy Bingus.
but funny enough, meetandfuck.coach is available.
Interesting.
Yeah, it suggested me education domains for this. Oh my
Not
god, there's so
coach.
many more domains.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Name some.
Okay, so we've got meetandfuck.zone. Meetandfuck.co.uk is already taken. God damn it.
Damn it. We can't fucking advertise to the Brits.
What about meetandfuck.co.ck?
Ooh, but Canada.ca is available.
Ooh.
.org.uk is available. Meetandfuck.app is taken.
Meetandfuck.org.an.
Ooh, let me see if I can find that. Nope. Oh,
damn it.
Although it instantly tried doing it as Meet and Fuck Oregon.
Okay, hang on. What about? Well, yeah, Meet and Fuck Oregon, obviously. .org.an. Yeah.
Meetandfuckoregon.com is available.
What about like meat like horse meat or whatever?
Oh, meat. Actually, unavailable. God damn it.
Wait, no, actually, no. I meant meat, like meat, MEAT, and fuck. But meat could also work like hey, let's meet. You know, my meat meets your meat.
Okay, meat is taken. What about
meet
some meat? There you go.
Meet my meat.
Oh my god, that's even better. It's unavailable.
Damn it.
That
was the one.
That is gold. Obviously, meat spin is taken.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What a shame. Okay, hold on. What about meat rotation? Available.
We finally can unlock the fucking Part 7 Steel Ball Run spin on our
Meatspool.org.
Meatrotation.download is available.
Download.
Yeah. We're gonna get some hot messages over this part of the episode. We're just talking about domain names for like a half hour.
Honestly,
totally fine with this.
Yeah.
Well, if you've got a complaint, put it in the comment box and we won't read it.
We'll read it.
We just won't care.
Not acknowledge it. I will
privately laugh at you and call you a loser.
I will take your criticism to heart and then completely ignore it forever.
Yeah. That's the way they do it in America, baby.
Hell yeah. Trying to see what the cheapest domain possible is. A lot of these are like $12 a year because they're on discount. But meatrotation.photography is like $20 a year.
What?
Oh yeah.
Photography.
Who is typing that in? Jesus Christ.
Insane people.
We need to
exactly our demographic.
At that point, just make it like meat rotation dot this is our domain or something.
Okay, here's some more like weird ones. There's dot makeup, dot monster, dot boo, dot fucking boo.
Ooh.
Dot boo.
That's spooky website.
That's for the Halloween episode.
Yeah. Fuck, I might have to buy that as a domain.
Dot boo would be great right now. Yeah.
Man, yeah, dot international, dot equipment. They really kind of just got lazy.
Well,
and
dot equipment's pretty good.
Dot Yokohama. That's one of them.
What?
Yeah. meatrotation.tokyo. So
that's where it tends to go down.
Yeah.
If we ever get into the business of rotating meat in Japan.
I mean, I'd love to go visit Japan sometime.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I think it'll be fine.
We should honestly have one where we go on a trip as a podcast and just record live podcasts somewhere.
Join the Loud Equals Funny Patreon to fund such a thing happening.
If you want to fund 3 people going on a Spirit Airlines trip to Japan, hell yeah.
Let's talk about the podcast for a minute.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Listen, you at home listening?
Yes.
Go to patreon.com/loudequalsfunny. Is that the URL?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
if not, go to loudequalsfunny.com and Patreon links up there.
When you go to Patreon, you may already notice, I don't know if it's happened yet.
Yes.
You may already see that they've changed their logo to the ink blot smudge that is embarrassing and pathetic.
We really gotta talk about that.
Dude, this comes on the heels of me listening. I was listening to a video. I didn't watch it. Sometimes I'll listen to videos about Patreon's downfall and how much money they've been borrowing from fucking venture capitalists.
Well, you don't even know about Patreon. There was a whole scandal with people on Instagram and like modeling their children, and then they'd be like, "Go to Patreon for the good stuff."
I don't like that.
Winky face.
I don't like that shit either.
And when people started pointing it out, Patreon was not willing to do much about it, and people suddenly started getting fired.
Oh,
stinky.
Yeah, so...
Patreon's a bit of a clusterfuck. Admittedly, I wish there were better alternatives.
So that all being said, come join our Patreon.
Yeah, there is Subscribestar, maybe.
There's
Subscribe
coffee.
stars. I might have to look into those. But for now, we do have a Patreon page set up.
Yeah, there's already 2 posts on there. We have 15 and 16 early and ad-free.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have more of these episodes. I just didn't have everything kind of set up of a time to do those. But hey, shit's freeing up around here, so I have more time.
Yeah, and
I've also figured out the issue with fucking Vegas, although it did fuck up with 19. That's why 19's not on YouTube yet, or 18. Yeah. Yep, gotta love that.
Well, I'm glad you got it figured out at least.
I'm gonna re-render it tonight, upload it tomorrow.
Sounds fucking miserable.
Oh yeah. I love Vegas.
Come on. We got right now.
Yeah.
Currently, $5 a month, early access, ad-free episodes. You get the full archive of all of our posts. 10% off the merch store. We're gonna be growing that. We're gonna be building that.
I plan on buying some samples of a couple of the ones we currently have. There's gonna be a refresh of certain ones because one of them is kind of fucked up. The beer stein.
To be fair, I think that's really funny.
Yes.
I do think it's funny.
It is pretty funny.
Here's the thing. I want to buy it just to see if, one, when we get it, it actually does it like that. And two, if it just doesn't even print anything on it at all.
For real, though, I really want to put that like transparent logo on the glass because that would look so fucking classy.
True.
It would look kind of fun.
In fact, actually, send me the template for that, and I'll just put it together. I'll put like loud equals funny and like text on one side.
Okay.
One side's the logo, one side's just loud equals funny.
I would say also on the Patreon, we are planning on looking into doing
Q&A.
Yes.
Q&A stuff. We're thinking about having guest people on at a certain higher tier. We're thinking about having other like micro episode type of things. Let me pull up the
suggestion list that I put.
Hyperfixations were originally going to be
like bonus.
You're getting the first. Y'all are getting the first few for free.
Oh yeah.
But,
they'll probably come out later as free.
They'll eventually be. Yeah, they'll be.
It'll become a week where we decide not to do anything, and that's when they will be uploaded everywhere for free.
Yeah.
And then everything's gonna happen the moment before we like intend to record.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit's going down. Public.
Oh no, it'll happen immediately. Shit'll go down after we record.
That's how it is for Snark Tank. But yeah, like I was thinking maybe like at a certain point we just read your name at the end of every episode.
Yep.
Each of us just kind of reads them off. So if you want to set your name to something out of pocket,
you can make us say almost anything.
Wacky.
Almost anything. Please keep in mind terms of service.
Yeah.
And some kind of fucking human decency, you fucking animals. Jesus Christ.
Q&A, shout-outs, call-ins, stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, the fucking 10% off merch store, which because I posted all of my suggestions in the middle of 2 big bursts of just making designs for the mats.
Yeah.
I made too many.
I mean, I'm excited. I'm gonna end up picking up one of those mats, like, because I want one just probably. I think the black one that you posted. I think it's the one I'm probably gonna get.
I think the black one's a bit dark, but it's also like subtle, which is cool.
True.
If I were to get one, I'd probably go with either that purple one or the one that's based on the episode 15 thumbnail.
There's gonna be a lot of cool merch. Plus, we also plan on one of the ideas I have is like working with people down the road and getting them like certain cuts of the merch whenever they like their designs come through with sales. So hey, if you're a good
Yeah.
artist, email hosts loud equals funny.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're not sure. We're not sure what you could put on some merch, but if it's
Hey,
loud equals funny, we'll probably say, yeah, whatever, do it.
it'll look pretty cool.
Yeah, as long as it's something that people would want to wear on a t-shirt or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
True. But so yeah, I guess we should talk about the John Francois Get Up B shit.
Let me real quick look and see if there's anything else pressing that I want to talk about. Oh, Game Awards are on, I think, December 7th. Yes.
Oh shit.
So that's cool. We already talked about the Patreon logo. I had that bookmarked because, good lord,
Dear God, yes.
it looks like a boomerang, but one of the sides is just fucking big for some reason.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
it's a fucking Rorschach blot.
Red Dead Redemption got an update, 60 FPS on PS4 Pro and PS5.
Yeah. Which
I guess that's cool.
That's cool. Also, but also, where the hell is the PC port, Rockstar?
yeah, where's the PC port would be a fucking layup.
Yeah, like genuinely, because like that was one of the games that just didn't come to PC when it was released. Because you had, well, I'm not sure when GTA 4 came out. With like, when it comes to PC release, I don't remember. But like that was on PC. So was GTA 5, the next gen version. Why wasn't Red Dead Redemption 1?
I
Yeah.
don't know, man. It's unfortunate. They could probably get it working, but there's probably various reasons that they've decided, maybe at some point down the line they'll sell it again or something. I don't know.
Maybe. Oh, I still have to bring up the thing that I mentioned last night.
Yeah.
Shit. I still have three other things.
You're good.
Do we want to talk about the BioWare thing?
What's
New
the BioWare thing?
So
yeah, people are getting sued, right?
yeah, like 7 employees are suing BioWare because they were working on Dreadwolf and they let them go and didn't give them enough severance pay.
Oof.
So they're suing.
It's not
Yeah,
good.
it's never great.
I mean, these are 7 employees with an average of 14 years at BioWare. And they let them go without severance or without adequate severance.
Not only were they let go without any like proper severance pay, but they're let go and they're probably like the few people left at BioWare that are still worth a damn.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah. It's a
To be
fucking
honest,
shame because I was nervously excited for this.
Yeah, to be honest, I completely forgot that they were making a new Dragon Age.
No, that was like the big thing that they were working on, but I mean at this point it's like they were given like one more chance after Anthem. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen to this thing now.
Who knows?
Yeah, see, I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. It seems like they're gonna fuck it up, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't put
but
it past them.
on the other hand, at least we're in the golden age of Obsidian now.
Yeah, honestly.
I started playing Pillars of Eternity because I've been in a whole CRPG kick, and that game is. I want to play the sequel as well, but the first one even, which is like a decade old or something. That's a fucking beautiful game. It's just like a top-down thing, but like I don't know, it's really nice art stuff in that game. And Obsidian. They've got this whole fucking world. The sequel is apparently amazing too. People love it. People want more, and they've got like New Vegas 2 probably happening. They've got other weird shit that they're working on. And of course, Obsidian is like made up of partially some former BioWare people.
Yeah.
It is kind of like, yeah, it's a shame there won't be like a good new Mass Effect or whatever. It's funny because I was just watching the Castle Super Beast clip where Pat and Wooly were talking about Baldur's Gate 3, and Pat was basically saying that Baldur's Gate 3 is secretly actually Baldur's Gate 3, 4, and 5. and that it's essentially a full Mass Effect trilogy, but released as one game, which is really cool. I'm toward the end of the first of those games at this point, and
Nice.
I'm having some issues with it. It's a very difficult game in terms of like combat and stuff, but it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to explore and yeah, so like, it's like BioWare might be kind of dead, but the era of like CRPG stuff is back, and I don't know.
Yeah.
The real shame is Anthem. That game was so promising,
Yeah,
I don't think I'm going to be honest. I don't think that was promising at all.
No, I was joking.
well, let's see. The only thing I'll give
game
Anthem is
didn't
the
even
flight.
it didn't even. Well, yeah, I guess. Well, that's the thing is like the flight was the only thing that was okay about it because
Yeah.
they had like a little demo of that. And which one was it? Was the supervillain guy that runs EA, Andrew, whatever.
Yeah, Andrew Wilson.
He played a little of it and he was like, "Make the whole game about this." And so they did, and they didn't even have like a fucking plan for the game or anything.
I mean,
was
they
that
could have
whole
made a
fucking thing
damn
was-
good Iron Man game.
Potentially, yeah.
That's
It's
the
a
only thing
shame
I
that-
could ever think of with that gameplay when I tried it.
Did you ever play the fucking VR Iron Man game that came out?
I haven't. I've heard it's pretty good. I know it's on Quest now.
Yeah,
ported
it's
it
like
on.
out there. I've never heard anything about it. I know it came out and then it just disappeared. It's probably because it's a fucking VR game.
Yeah.
It's funny how like small of a thing VR still is, even though like the Quest is pretty available to people. It's fairly cheap. you
Yeah,
know?
I think it's mostly the human limitation.
that too. But I do think
Yeah.
that
Because it's
Quest
tiring
3's
to fucking play it.
the Quest 3
Yeah.
is kind of a big step now.
Yeah, when is that out already?
I
I
think
think it's coming out
I think it launches
November.
on the 10th. Yeah, I think November 10th.
Interesting. I mean, I don't know. I bought a Quest 2 thinking it would be like a notable increase from the first one in terms of like performance. It was, fairly nice looking
Yeah.
compared to the first one. But the big thing I noticed was actually a negative. It was the build quality. The fucking strap on the back was like
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
worse.
the
than
default
the,
strap fucking sucks.
Well, it was a lot worse than the one on the original Quest, the one on the Quest 2. So I hope the one on the 3 is maybe like a little better, but I don't know. I probably won't be buying it either way.
Yeah, if I was going to buy it, I'd probably give it a little bit of time to kind of drop in price because I think it's
Yeah, same.
$4.99.
That's a bit much.
But they
At this point,
they
I would
did do
want to
a
either
lot
get the
spec-wise.
I'd either want to get the PS5 VR, or I'd want to just get like a Steam VR, like whatever PC thing.
Yeah, the
Because that would probably
Index.
be best.
Yeah.
Yeah, Index.
I mean, I'm glad that VR is improving. I'm glad that the tech is now there. I don't
People
like
don't really give a shit.
I just don't like that Facebook is sadly the only one like really in charge now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they
Well, I
are
mean-
the market right now.
They're at the very least the market for standalone devices.
True. The only other
Because
the only other
a lot of
standalone
people
is-
really like the Vive and
yeah.
the Index.
The only other the Pico is the other standalone one, but it's got like a very small market share comparatively.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The Pico? Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard of the Sega Pico, but not that.
There's also the one headset I want whenever I get honestly a better PC is that the Beyond, the big screen Beyond, the one that's just the little goggles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you gotta buy a whole bunch. You gotta use a lot of tracking stuff like the lighthouses from the Vive.
but I mean, it's not fucking 18 million pounds on your nose.
True. Which some of those
Yeah.
older ones, fucking
Yeah,
heavy. shit.
even the newer ones. Like, I've played with a first gen Oculus, like the original Rift.
Yeah.
And I've played with the Quest 2, and even still, the Quest 2 is it's heavy as fuck.
True. The
Yeah.
Quest 3 is, I think, they said it's 35% lighter, which that alone
Nice.
sounds like a selling point to me, but
Yeah.
I guess that's what they said about the second one, I think. But, I guess if it's later than that too, then that is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it would be, I don't know. It's just, I think the other thing is people are sick of the limitations of VR just being like glorified 3D goggles, essentially, with motion control.
Yeah, it is starting to get better. It just I think we're
mean,
about
we're
like
getting
5 more years.
we're getting like smell-o-vision or something. I think I saw something about that.
Yeah, there is like a device you can attach to them now that like will actually pump smells corresponding with a game. Like they'll sell the like smell thing that corresponds with it.
Jesus.
And,
Yeah.
I'm
I
all
don't think.
for it.
See, I would be for it if they had a good way for the smell to dissipate, because that's what killed smell-o-vision.
True. You got to find like the right way to heat it up and get the smell out correctly.
Well, yeah, you don't want to have like a fucking essential oil thing burning in your fucking headset or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't want it
I
to smell
mean,
like a fucking witchy girl's bedroom after a little
well,
bit.
also you need it to like change dynamically when you're in an area or whatever,
True.
and you would need it to, I don't know. It's a whole
Yeah, it's
concept.
like getting rid of the old smells for the new smells is something that's probably going to keep it from being a real thing for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, it's less that. I've said before, I want fucking holograms. That's what I'm after.
Yeah, give this man the holodeck for the next generation. Come on.
I don't even need that. I just need like a little projector that shoots up like a board game or something. And I could just like I could do like a tabletop strategy game or something, but it's like
Yeah,
every sci-fi movie where they have like a detailed hologram of the world or something.
I could go
that'd
for
be
that.
cool. Speaking of holograms,
Yes.
so I did want to talk about Kwebbelkop because I don't think we did last time.
Oh yeah, we haven't
Oh
talked about.
god.
And
Speaking about holograms, yeah.
his fucking AI girlfriend who is 100% AI,
God,
and he
yeah.
actually like
I
Well,
mean,
he's
Jesus
AI now.
Christ. Yeah, he's AI. His girlfriend's AI.
Well, no, is she a real person who's also doing the AI thing, or is
No,
he pulling a Peter Coffin?
I think he's pulling a
he's
full-on
basically
Peter Coffin.
he's pulling a Peter Coffin, not pretending to be his girlfriend, but having an AI just be his girlfriend.
Mm,
He's pulling a self-admitted Peter Coffin. Coffin.
right. I mean, I guess that's a little better. He had a girlfriend that was a YouTuber for a while, Azzyland.
Oh my
And
god, this motherfucking dude said just had a solid workout, posted a fucking AI video. I think I fucked that link up. Posted an AI video of a man in the gym. Yeah, real cool workout, bro. Holy shit.
I mean, here's the thing: he's still making like it's got to be at least profitable for him. Like it's got to somehow be profitable because it's the lowest effort possible. Like
yeah,
in this one he's reacting to fucking a Roblox gameplay. Well, his AI, sorry, his AI is reacting to Roblox gameplay.
I mean, you'd think that you would be able to just do that yourself,
Yeah.
Everybody's been saying that, like, his job as he actually has it is basically one of the simplest fucking things in the world. He doesn't have a super, like, fucking,
Yeah.
pinky in the air, like, fan base that's really, like, discerning. They're a bunch of, like, children. So that's why he's able to get away with the AI thing. So on that level, I guess you could just get away with the AI thing, but why don't you just put in no effort and just fucking react to a thing,
Yeah.
whatever.
I never thought I'd gain
Honestly,
respect for reaction streamers, but
yeah. Because
like Jinx
Sniper Wolf
does
hasn't
more
done
than
anything
this.
like this.
Yeah, technically she has to show up there. She has to put in her time.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys are you guys aware that Jason Derulo is like
I
a
am.
React channel now?
I am. It's the funniest thing.
Yep.
Yeah, he's
Well-
like apparently doing reactions on videos, and his reactions are also just Like he'll do a damn that's crazy, like wow kind of face, and then just staple that onto a different video.
Just
And
constantly copying it over.
yeah, quote unquote reactions. That's basically like AI. That's almost the same thing.
Oh,
It's just
let me see those tweets.
what a fucking dude.
Yeah, no, like he says here. Yeah, this is my AI girlfriend of the first one. Tristan, if you want, put VX Twitter there.
What?
If you do like VX Twitter, it'll show the video like the original embed.
Oh, well, fuck that.
That's fair. Well, no. It's like vxtwitter.com. Letter V. I'll just yeah, you're good. But yeah, now we're looking at his
I
we're
don't
looking
know.
at his AI girlfriend here, and it's embarrassing.
And like he posted recently, oh, my AI girlfriend went to the beach. Like,
Oh dear.
It's
Well, his AI girlfriend. Well, when she does the smile, her teeth certainly look like AI.
yeah.
yeah, it's rough.
I mean, I will say it's not that. It is cope to pretend that this is not really close to like what a person looks like. I don't know what
Well, yeah.
AI he is using here. We were talking about AI stuff getting better earlier, and that's just this is reminding me of that. It's like not 100%, but if this was able to be generated reasonably on demand, like damn, yeah, people are going to just never like date again.
Oh no. What people will do is, and I'm not going to justify doing this. So if I say people are going to do this, I'm not saying don't do this. But people are going to totally use this to scam people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Like there
Like,
is
you
no
could-
way in hell.
Well,
You could
somebody
pull up an AI voice of me, call my grandma, and probably convince her.
True.
fucking
Please
voice
don't do
mod.
that, by the way.
The company
don't do it.
voice mod responds to this and says, "Bro thinks that he is him, and it's Joaquin Phoenix from Her." And then Quabblecop responds, "Her will become reality within the next 12 months."
Well,
I
months,
mean,
buddy, you're being
yeah,
optimistic. Damn.
yeah. I mean, it's all basically already reality, but like, he's not wrong to that extent. Yeah. And then Opera GX says, "Do you still enjoy making content? Interlinked. How do you feel about those quote tweets? Interlinked." And he's saying like, "Love it. To me, I'm still creating content." Blah blah blah. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I mean he's got an AI cyber girlfriend. And
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
I mean, hey, if
You
he's
know.
if he's getting some of that, AI cyber trim, then hey, good for
Wait,
him.
so he did. Oh God, yeah.
It'll probably be like, we couldn't complete your request, or
Finished
the
a
AI will
solid
probably be
workout.
stuck like, oh, I'm sorry, I only see you as a friend.
Does he see himself as this Turbo Chad in like the gym? He has like an AI generated image of a Chad pulling weights or something.
I don't know.
And I don't understand if he thinks that that's him.
I
Hatsune
think
Miku Abridged says, "Just finished a solid ratio." Oh, multiple people say that. Never mind, that's not funny.
yeah. I mean, I'll toss a like just to help, but that man only has 36 likes, but this one has 3, including me, so that's not a ratio. Sorry.
That's like a pretty well-known content creator getting 36 likes on his tweet.
Yeah, I know, right? How many followers does he have? 400,000.
Oh man.
That's rough. Okay, all right. I want to bring up one more thing, but I'm gonna be really quick and be like, hey, look at this, haha. And then I want to ask you two a question.
Okay.
All right, so they rebooted iCarly, right?
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
only made it for 3 seasons, and it ended on a cliffhanger.
Oh,
It is not being renewed. It renewed on a cliffhanger where Carly and her brother see what I'm guessing what they think is their mom. Maybe it might be their mom. We'll never fucking find out. And The spokesperson said, iCarly will not be returning for a fourth season on Paramount Plus. The series had a great 3-season run and delivered on what fans really wanted to see, with Carly and Freddie finally getting together.
Mhm.
Straight up
Appa-
hookup
appa-
scene in the first 30 seconds.
Apparently, that's what they knew everyone wanted to see. No one wanted to, no one wanted to see how the show would tackle being like internet famous, quote unquote, in the
Uh,
current year. They didn't want to see fucking Sam or Gibby again. Nah, everybody wanted to see Carly and Freddie getting together. That's the whole reason they cared. Stupid shit.
Yeah.
I never really grew up with iCarly. Was Dan Schneider involved in this?
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of the Dan Schneider fucking.
Well, I know he was involved in the original.
Conglomerate.
I mean, like the remake.
I
Oh
don't
no,
think so.
no. He is
Okay.
far away from there as far as everything I can remember.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, if any of you are interested in learning more about iCarly, there's a fucking million-hour series on Quentin Reviews.
That's true.
Yeah, he's
Spend a whole
premiere.
fucking week.
He's definitely
Spend
the
a
man
whole
to go
fucking
through for that.
I mean, honestly, I bet he's probably sighing in relief that he only has to review 3 seasons of the fucking revival.
Well,
I mean, hey, there could always be more.
you do have to wonder, like, what's going on in the day-to-day life of Dan Schneider at this point, being someone who's just like as known as like a fucking Harvey Weinstein, basically.
Yeah. I don't think he ever did anything sexual, but he was like
Well, not that
he was
outright
still
called out
abusive.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know the whole
He
thing.
he apparently got like super fucking mad when someone didn't do something exactly right. It was
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. All right, so I have a question to ask you two.
Yes.
All right.
Last night, me and the boys were watching Key and Peele while blitzed off of our asses. CushyDreams.com, code loud25, by the way.
Hell yeah.
And we got to the pussy on the chain wax skit.
Okay.
And we were all wondering what the hell chain wax is. Well, I described it. And they were like, okay, well, my friends were like, okay, you put the chain wax on the chain, and do you like do the towel floss with it? And I forgot who, but somebody was confused. They were like, what the fuck? So it was Tyler and Ricky. Tyler and Ricky got stun locked on this for like 3 entire sketches. And apparently this is not a universal phenomenon, but you know in like cartoons when they put the towel between their legs and like floss back and forth like this,
Right.
I'm showing you a GIF.
Yeah.
Did you ever do that?
I've tried it once. It wasn't
This is-
fun.
I wasn't really able to because of my arm.
Yeah.
True.
But like this is a question specifically geared towards white people.
Oh, okay.
Did you like put the towel between your legs, one hand behind you, one in front, and like pull back and forth? You know, like drying between your legs.
I thought I tried it. I think I tried it one time.
I have attempted it, yes.
I feel like that's the consensus here because I did it back when I was like a little kid, and I thought, okay, well, obviously that's how they do it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I didn't do it all the time, but I tried it. I saw it and stuff, you know.
that's the thing. Tyler didn't, so we were tied. So then we asked 2 other friends. One did, one didn't. So it's tied again. And now y'all broke the tie in the other way because Tyler asked somebody at work and they said no.
I mean, hey, we can re-break this tie later if we need to.
Yeah, honestly, you should put that up as a poll.
That might be like one of those weird regional things.
Maybe
it might be,
but like just like as a white man,
and you guys are all from the same region.
Yeah.
What does white man have to do with it, though?
I don't remember that part of the conversation because I at that point I was like, hold on, we're missing sketches. Let me pay attention. I forgot what exactly. I think it's because Ricky wasn't aware with it aware of it. Tyler was, so he assumed that it was a white people thing. So yeah, audience, did you ever fucking floss yourself with a towel?
Yeah.
Leave your answers in the comments below. I'll pick my favorites on the next episode of Yai.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's talk about Jean-François.
Oh yeah.
Jean-Pierre.
So we also have what's his name who killed his wife also, but we should start with the new fellow.
I'll do a really quick update on that because there's no there's no fucking update. I'll read it verbatim.
Man, we are really cucking Bane. We keep going like, okay, Bane, it's time to start the. No, wait, actually.
Okay. So, if you remember last week, I said that the trial for decision was going to be on October the 6th. That was 2 days ago. I checked, quote, lawyer told the district judge, Bernie Kelly, there are 2 large files to be gone through that unfortunately she did not have a firm date for when the full prosecution file will be available, so she could not fix a PE date. The judge suggested to her the 1st of December, and there will be a remand on the 3rd of November, and then if there's no further information, then they'll go to the 1st of December. So basically, this is going to be a year-long... Yeah, this is going to be a year-long fucking murder case. I can't believe this.
I mean, it's not that unbelievable because it does tend to take a while, but it's really funny when you see that stream how obvious it is to everyone, anyone, ever. Like, nobody wouldn't convict him at this point, I don't think. And yeah, I guess they just want to be real sure, but it's frustrating.
Yeah, it's fucking absurd, you know?
All right, I have nothing else to talk about.
All right. So, yeah, let me get my tweet thread here.
You guys want to talk about... No. Go ahead.
Who the fuck is Jean-François? He used to be on, Ralph Retort, Killstream.
Well, yeah, he used to do that, and he used to co-host Andy Worski's... Well, he used to be Andy Worski's co-host.
Yeah, he was one of the IBS people, right?
Yeah, let me find... trying to find his academic credentials here. He used to be a neuroscience researcher. And see here's where it gets interesting because right here in the first bit of the article, in his own personal life, his personal life section is long about all of his weird shit here, but I get to hear it. Let me take a drink of water real quick. I've been talking too much. All right,
that is reasonable. I wish I filled up my glass beforehand.
So yeah, he's been married 3 times. His 3rd wife separated in July 2015. In December of 2015, his wife had given birth to his first son. In the ensuing custody case, his wife accused Gerapi of emotional abuse and threatening to abduct their child to his native Canada. I don't know where they were at this time. So there's that. He was given a psychological evaluation which resulted in him being evaluated as very bright intellectually while showing a lack of insight and impulse control. Keep that in mind.
That is...
Yeah. Now, here's more, because this is where it gets like, oh, that's weird. And then it's going to get even weirder in the next segment. But we'll go for the first segment here. During a custody case, he started a relationship with a 19-year-old autistic woman from Texas and eventually convinced her to drive to North Carolina to be with him and attempted to get her pregnant. As the parents objected to their daughter's relationship with Gerapi, a case was filed in which the woman was revealed to have the social and mental maturity of an 11 or 12-year-old, according to a psychologist. Oh yeah. Gerapi claimed she was pregnant with
this. This is what was the fancy fucking book learning diploma you said that he had?
Oh, he was a neuroscience researcher.
So there is absolutely no way that he didn't already immediately know that she was like a child essentially in an adult's body. Like neuroscience in particular. There's no arguing that really.
Yeah, he is called for the creation of a white ethno state. He's also French Canadian, which I mean,
Gross.
Well, is
Let
the
me-
white ethno state just Quebec then? Because that makes it even more embarrassing.
that would be pretty shameful. He again claims he advocates for genetic superiority of white people, which again, you're French, you're not superior to anything, dude.
Yeah.
French Canadian, not even real French, and
But
I'm
yeah.
Canadian.
So her parents got guardianship of her again. And in an interview, Garapi told the Daily Beast that the current family court system is designed to harass men, to harass white heterosexual males. Currently, I can't do a French accent for too long. Right now, I'm being currently treated
I am being fucking prosecuted by the government, and it is wrong.
Yeah, so he'd studied biology in the University of Montreal. He had a next generation award from the Society of Neuroscience. But yeah, he was working at Duke University until 2015. He was asked not to return to his postdoctoral position. At this time, he was in a relationship with one of his undergrad students. Yep. And then
That's pretty obvious.
now here's where it gets really interesting. Okay. In 2014, Garapi received $25,000 from. Tell you what, we're gonna play a game. Take a guess on which celebrity he got $25,000 from. Famous person.
Pamela Anderson.
Tristan. You got
Fuck. When was this again?
This was 2014. This person was still alive at the time. They're currently dead. I'll say that. They're currently dead.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes.
I take it back.
Yes.
I was gonna say Harrison Ford. Harrison Ford's still alive.
Harrison Ford is still alive.
Prince.
Fuck.
No, it's not Prince.
Prince was a Mormon.
Carrie Fisher.
No, Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh.
And I'm not kidding. It's actually Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah.
So
yeah.
he got 25,000
Yep.
for why? Why
Okay,
did he? What
so-
for? Why? Why did he?
So Garapi received $25,000 from Jeffrey Epstein to start the nonprofit organization Neuro.tv, which is dedicated to education on science and philosophy via YouTube.
Meatandfuck.tv.
Essentially, yes, he got the JFP.
I feel
Epstein money.
bad. I feel bad for suggesting Carrie Fisher now. I was just trying to get the answer out.
You're good. I knew it was to be an asshole for you.
I just thinking. Wait, fuck. Who died between 2014 and now? Fuck.
Asked whether he felt any regrets for having taken money from a sex offender, Garapi said, "I'd cash a check straight from the devil right now if it would allow me to advance science or science education." I can't say that long. I didn't know about the.
Wait, what is it? What did he say?
He said, "I'd cash a check sent straight from the devil if it allowed me to advance science or science education." I did know about the earlier conviction of Epstein when I accepted the money. I did not know the most recent allegations, though, which are worse than I thought. In any case, I do not regret taking the money. Later, yeah.
I wouldn't regret taking money necessarily, but that coupled with everything else.
Yeah, I'll take
Why did he
anybody,
take?
honestly?
Well, yeah. Well, why did he take the fucking? I'm confused as to why Epstein had to pay him though. Again.
Well, Epstein just gave him money to start it.
Oh, so this is extraordinarily suspicious then.
Yes. I mean,
Right.
This is a dude who talks about ethnostates constantly online, who has a noted history of going after mentally damaged women. Because when we talk about Mama JF, she is also very low functioning on the autism scale.
Mama JF.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Right.
But yeah, he made his first appearance online on the Drunken Peasants podcast. He then in 2017 joined the YouTube channel Worski Live as a co-host. As a co-host, he introduced topics including scientific racism by discussing genetic differences between guests like Richard Spencer, Millennial Woes, Andrew Anglin, and Sargon of Akkad.
Oh, of course.
Well,
Yep. He had a falling out with Andy Worski in April 2018. He then started his own channel called The Public Space, which has had Mike Cernovich, Richard Spencer, Nick Fuentes. Your usual loser parade.
Yeah.
But
The cavalcade of freaks and weirdos.
so this lady, Mama JF, in a similar situation, was she was, the best way I can describe it is she is mentally, I'd say at best 15.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Oh, so he shot up from the last lady then.
aimed a
Like
little
13.
higher. She can
Yeah,
do
okay.
graffiti. We'll get to that point, but
Oh.
but yeah, no, she apparently found JF from YouTube and apparently got obsessed with him, which not the way you start a relationship, you know.
No.
And then they moved in together, and like there's a lot of clips of her, because there's a clip of her freaking out because a guy that JF interviewed looked like apparently a guy who raped her. That was something. And she's having an entire freak out, and JF is just sitting there like, shut up, what are you doing, shut up.
Please stop talking, please.
Yeah.
Stop bothering me with
Please
your
stop
existence.
talking, woman. Please stop talking.
Yeah.
Please stop talking in not
Shut
my
up, shut up,
native
shut up,
French.
shut up, shut up.
But yeah, so she's been around him for a few years. I talked about her on a couple streams that I did, so that's at least she's been there for a while.
I see.
But apparently, and this all just came out recently, she's been missing apparently since June 19th.
Ooh.
Yeah. And there's a lot of little convenient things in JF's timeline where he didn't bring it up for multiple months. And in between that time, a lot of suspicious behavior from him has came out. Like, recently he claimed that she was homeless before they met. And, which is just inherently not true because, let me link this to you guys. There's fucking images of her where she was in automotive school and training. Like, publicly of her.
Yeah.
So she's not fucking homeless, right? And on that tweet thread there I linked, I also tweeted where I'm going to say this, just me, of course. If need be, of course, any lawsuits can be forwarded to hosts at Loud Equals Funny. Because they're Canadian, I won't listen to them, so you can keep filing them, I guess. But yeah, there's no shot in hell that Jean-Francois Garipi did not kill her. I'll say that. You don't say anything about that, Claw, because you're Canadian.
Right.
Yeah, you
I mean,
didn't say that.
No, I didn't say anything, but I mean, it's possible she just left.
I mean, it is possible.
Why would people not think that she might have just left him and like changed cities or something?
Because he is definitely a fucking weirdo and is weird about it. There's also shit like this where there's a tweet here. A day after she supposedly went missing, due to changes to my setup, I'm going to need a couple days off before I can come back to the internet. No show today or tomorrow. Hopefully I can return Tuesday. There's a fucking video clip. I have to find it. But he's basically saying, like, it was about a couple weeks after that where he said that he had to clean up his whole place. If he didn't, it's very suspicious.
Yeah, this is feeling a little bit like some of the comments that what's his name made in the stream.
Yeah, Bo Jackson.
That's a fucking Notley and whatnot.
I'm not doing it justice. If someone can find that clip, I don't have it.
This is.
Or
I don't.
Okay, this is a 35-minute fucking video. I'm not doing that. But okay, all right. Here's one of them. From June 16th, 2023, days after Mom and JF went missing, JF Garipi took 3 days off his show and talks about deep cleaning his home after she left.
Deep cleaning, huh?
Yep, this is a 30-some-odd second long clip. I might actually edit this into the video, so I might listen back to this.
Cool.
And also,
that's right, Spotify listeners. After listening to Spotify, listen again on YouTube for this video example.
Yeah, hey, that'll be the first time.
Also, keep
listening
on. Keep listening on Spotify though.
Yeah, tell you what, I might even edit the audio itself in for Spotify listeners too. Fuck it. What's he gonna do? Sue me? I'm not in Canada. I don't accept it.
Put a little filter on his voice, like make him sound like a fucking
Dumb
1950s radio presenter.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Supposedly,
why does this French Canadian clown have a fucking American flag behind him?
Because he's an Ameriboo, essentially.
Oh, they're all
God.
like this. There's the British people that I've seen that are like way too into the US too. It's sad.
It's self-hating in the saddest way possible.
Whack.
Ah, fuck, where'd it go? Thought I had that
I thought
image tab up.
the best top
Oh, yeah.
button.
So, and then where he claims to be, like, where he claims he dropped her off at is a fucking gas station.
Mhm.
And apparently she went
Is-
camping. Here we go.
So
Uh-huh. Sure.
Yeah, the pin has been
Well,
dropped by the
sure,
only
sure.
gas station in the area.
gas
God.
station.
Yeah. And now apparently they live on a fucking island, which is I cannot fully remember where when.
Are they in Canada?
They're in French Canadian territory. They're in like some island, PEI. I can't remember.
Oh, Prince Edward Island.
Yeah, thank you.
Also,
Could not remember that
wait,
fucking
they're in
acronym.
That's interesting because Prince Edward Island is the smallest Canadian province, I believe, both geographically and populous. It's like a postage stamp of a fucking place. So if she went missing there, I don't think she went missing there.
I gotta say.
Yeah.
Also, this spot is suspiciously close to a bridge.
Yeah?
Like, very suspiciously close.
Well, it's also like him suggesting that she went on like apparently a survival camping thing. There's no fucking way in hell.
She's really taking her time with that survival and or camp.
Yeah, it's
Well,
and also
she's-
him not showing any fucking worry for how long. It's been months, dude. I don't know. If somebody close to me went missing and
Well,
I
the
had
thing is,
online capabilities, I'd fucking blast that shit.
You cultivate a fascist group of people who, don't really care about women or anything, and so, he's demonstrated in the past his willingness to just, go out and pick up like a 13-year-old in the body of a 20-year-old or whatever the fuck his weird history. So his followers probably, if they, were confronted with any of this, would probably be like, well, why would he care? She's just some bitch. Something like that. I mean, I doubt anybody would necessarily be coming to his defense in the sense of like he murdered someone, but like the idea of like, why isn't he showing more care about this after this time?
Yeah.
Well, she's just some woman, whatever. Like probably something like that. It's like an element of the community that he's fostered, I think, that maybe allows that to have gone unnoticed, because I haven't heard about this until just recently.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me about that on my stream, and then you were like, I've got the details.
Oh yeah. Well, because I mean, I like to keep up with essentially the Joneses. Look at these fucking weird people and laugh at them.
Yeah.
I honestly, I need to start streaming about these people again. That's a plan soon. Because I didn't expect dude known as, because again, he has a track record of going after autistic women, known as a fucking potato farmer. I didn't realize he'd kill his crop.
Is that why they call him?
That's why they call him a potato farmer.
Oh, right. I guess that tracks then.
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
I didn't think he'd kill his crop, but Jesus fuck, yeah. It does not surprise me, and I'm gonna put. To tell you what, I will put $5 down on him being guilty. There is no way in hell he is not guilty.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything either way, but that's quite something. That's quite a lot of quite a lot of evidence and circumstances that are all pointing in a certain direction.
It at least paints a picture of.
It reminds me of a certain guy who reviews toys.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you catch my drift, you catch my cold.
Ooh. Hey, if you wanna go on anything else about that, because it is. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really have anything else to say that I haven't already said. I'll have a lot more to say
whenever the trial actually starts.
Yeah, when/if he's actually fucking convicted.
Man.
Because
there's
Jesus
every chance
Christ,
they'll just let him out. Who knows?
Yeah, they might just pull a Chris Chan on him.
If that point in time served, possibly. Ugh.
God. Yeah, you spent about a year, not even. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, just you're free
Yeah,
to
I can
go.
see it. I can see it. Dear God.
Man.
What a fucking week, huh?
Yeah. I
A
don't really
lot of
have much
stuff.
else.
I damn, I'm just kind of reeling from the stuff about the potato farmer guy because that's the fucking gas station. I mean, I think there's a very potential possibility there of something going on, and
It
that's kind of a little chilling.
it I mean it's one I'm going because his defense, by the way, has been hilarious. Let me find it again. Uh,
Oh, has he said anything?
he has responded.
Let's
Um,
see.
I need to know what this guy is saying about this.
let me see if I can find it. Uh, so he's retweeting memes like this, where I mean, if I can get this, yeah, type in VX Twitter 1 second.
VX, huh?
Yep. Otherwise, it
Weird.
doesn't embed properly. Thanks, Elon Musk.
What the what the hell? Oh
Yep,
my god! No, no fucking way he retweeted
he
this.
retweeted that.
So it's somebody named Tinfoil Scholar
Oh yeah, there
who
was a
says, "You literally can't win with these foids."
Oh my
And
god.
there is a soy jack on the left side of the testosterone pyramid. Soy jack saying he did it, and then in the middle of the testosterone pyramid of also JF defensiveness, it's some sort of middle of the road between Soy Jack and Giga Chad, and he says JF did nothing wrong. And then on the far right side, of course, it's I hope he did and gets away with it. Um, and that's a Giga Chad saying that. It's some kind of very absurd meme, which I guess he is like supporting being posted. That's cool.
He really he really fucking retweeted it.
Man. I mean, he hasn't had any real good actual defense, though, it sounds like. This doesn't seem like a thing where you just, like, haha, yeah, I'm totally guilty, guys, and you retweet a couple of, like, silly memes. This is like, you have to have an actual reason that you didn't do this.
Yeah, for real.
yeah. I'm just going through fucking everything here. It's yeah, no, it's basically it's like, oh, I just let her leave. That's totally fine. When there's no way in hell he didn't fucking. There's no way in hell.
Well, what is her deal? Like, how do people know that she, like, isn't around anymore? Is she on,
Oh well, he
like
admitted it.
Instagram or something? Oh.
Yeah, also I'm pretty sure I've seen a missing persons poster.
That too, yeah.
Why did he even admit it then? Like he thought he would get out in front of it?
Okay, so here's his
Maybe?
original post. I'm just gonna screenshot it instead of copying, because copying the whole link. But um, the police in Canada is looking for Mama JF because in true Mama JF fashion, she's left her home in June and has disappeared from a map. I'm sure that Mama JF is fine. I know she's been safe for at least 2 days after I dropped her where she wanted in June. He admits publicly again, the last person like he dropped her there, left her home voluntarily to go live a life of adventure where it could bring her. But since she's
Oh, she's
electronically
living on a
disappeared,
farm.
yeah, she's living on a farm
I
upstate.
can't
She's
I can't
7 to
fucking believe this guy.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So here's where
But
he
she's
has.
completely electronically disappeared, not connecting to her cell phone or updating me or her family. Don't bother trying to contact her. She's never coming back. Okay, bye.
Yeah, no, there's no fucking and again, I am the only person here saying this. I alone am the person saying this. There's no fucking
Well,
way in hell he didn't kill her.
you're alone saying it, but
Yes.
he's the one who is just outright saying on his Twitter all of this stuff about, like, she has electronically disappeared. Like, I don't know, man.
That is It's
That
a
is-
strange
yeah.
phrase.
This is an
You
this is an
know-
unforced error too. Like you didn't even need to tell people about this, and I don't know. I guess it would have raised more questions if she just disappeared and nobody knew.
Yeah.
Or like over time, eventually by now, people would have been like, "Hey, where is Mama JF? What's going on?" And they might have pieced something together. But
Yeah,
he
it's-
just outright is like, "Yeah, she's just living a life of adventure."
Yeah, she's going out and meeting the whimsical forest creatures.
Okay, update. Tristan just made an AI image that
I didn't
very
make this one.
okay. Well, he posted an image that very successfully states and looks like a box art for an N64 game called Mario's Toaster Bath. It's AI. It's AI, and and the text is not even just. It's the right font and it's the right everything.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it doesn't fuck up.
Yeah, well, some of it does on the sides, but
Yeah,
you know,
the near Timdo.
the Nintendo logo on the bottom, the
the
Nintendo Managuchi logo.
Sony Nintendo.
The Uniromo Mole por Escondico. That's my favorite game company.
I mean, it got the big font, the big text right. The AI is getting disturbingly good.
I love the concept of an N64 toaster.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, I'd buy one.
Cool. Well, there's an NES toaster. The
Oh,
Nin
yeah.
toaster. AVGN had one.
Oh man, we're wrapping up on the. It's about 2:21. You guys have anything else?
I don't have
Not
anything.
particularly.
I don't either. This has been a fun episode though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was excited to talk about the potato situation.
Hell yeah.
The potato famine.
God, again, still baffled by just that whole fucking situation.
Yeah.
I
Well,
will give two quick reviews. I did finish Phantom Liberty. It's really good. I have to go back and play it again. It's fucking wild.
Yeah.
yes.
And the Modern Warfare 3 beta is pretty fun so far. It doesn't feel like Modern Warfare 2, which for people who like COD, you've probably been waiting to hear that for a while.
Huh.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Well, I've been
Nice.
playing Baldur's Gate 3 and it's pretty cool. I don't care for some of the skill check stuff. It feels a little bit like instead of a dice roll, it feels like a 50-50. You either get it or you don't, and it doesn't really like it sometimes feels like it doesn't matter if I put points into persuasion. It'll just either succeed or not, and like it's kind of just I don't know. But other than that, it's like it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I was talking about it before. It's like 3 fucking games stapled together, so you know, I recommend that. That's it's an era of like I remember when FF7 and 8 and 9 came out, that was like an era where those games were so fucking huge and long and they took so many discs and people are like, there's no way they could ever make something like this now. Well, I think Baldur's Gate 3 is that basically. So
Yeah.
it's a pretty cool game.
It's also been in beta for a long ass time, so I mean, to
It
be
was,
fair,
yeah.
it could just like. I feel like this could be like a thing, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the thing?
Like you just gotta, you know, gotta put a lot of time into developing. Hey, it'll work.
Exactly.
Yeah. And actual care, you know.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of actual care, Tristan's gonna make the entire thumbnail for this episode out of AI. So
Exactly.
No, I'm not. I'm.
Well, you don't.
I already,
I mean,
made it.
we got Drake crying here. You can throw that in the AI
put-
generator.
I put yellow paint on the logo. That's all you need. It'll make you pay attention.
Hell yeah.
oh yeah, you did post it here. That is good. Oh.
Ah man.
Yeah. Speaking of things on my end, hopefully I'll have decent fucking audio in an episode or two. So look forward to that.
That'd be great.
Finally, I can peak my mic
Oh,
more.
Next time you have to shout loud 25, you can do it in
It'll
style.
be an ultra.
Yeah, I'll
quality.
I'll just like crawl across the room, point the microphone towards that corner, crawl across the room and just shout it from the corner of my bed.
Yeah, you need all the acoustics and set up some like soundproofing and all that, some foam.
Yeah, I think my sister has a few things extra foam, so I might ask that. I might ask
If
her
you
for
could
that.
just
I've
build
got a little
like
bit,
a
but
cone.
I pulled it down because I still plan on moving soon. So
Yeah.
If you just build a cone of silence around your computer, and that'll really solve all of your problems. Just a big
Yeah,
cone.
just a big tent made out of acoustic foam.
Exactly.
Camping in acoustic foam, that could be pretty interesting.
I bet it would sound really fucking weird. You'd probably like hear your blood pumping.
Yeah.
There's a fucking thing in Disco Elysium that's like the one spot you can stand in where all sound disappears in the world because of some weird phenomenon. So that would basically be it. Yeah, just a little spot where you can't hear yourself say anything. That's what you need. That'll really get the quality, ASMR FLAC microphone, quality.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Also, I just saw that
Alright.
tweet, Tristan.
yeah. So I still can't access the account on my phone. I can only access it on desktop, which
Yep.
that's beans.
Which
you know?
hey, I guess I'll describe this to Claw because I don't think we fully described it to Claw. Yeah, now if you go on the website version of Twitter, you can interact with the account, so you can post on there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
You got to accept the little penis invitation.
I'll accept the penis at some point into my life.
Yes.
That's only a matter of time, really. So
Hey, you got your 30s.
yeah, that's when we get real weird with it.
Exactly.
Just when we become the goblins.
That's when we get right in bed with the goblins, have sex with the goblins.
Fuck the goblins.
Listen, I don't like y'all in that way.
Listen, I've always been the goblins. It's fine. I'm already in it.
Exactly.
All right, so we're
thank
all
you,
goblins.
everybody.
We got to find people to fuck us.
Of course.
Exactly.
Of course.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to episode 19 of Loud Equals Funny. If you know any goblins, hot goblins in your area,
Oh, that could have
big
been a great
booby-
title. Fuck.
hot big booby goblins who are sluts, let us know at hosts at Loud Equals Funny.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, we're looking to get some guests soon. Hopefully that pans out.
Right.
Hope so, yeah.
Hopefully you can get some decent audio from me soon. Maybe eventually we'll start doing more hyperfixations.
Very
Yeah,
true.
We've only
most of
done
them,
2.
yeah.
We got some good plans.
We got a
Hell
few
yeah.
of those planned. Yeah, the GTA one was just off the cuff, so at any moment we could just all be like, "Oh yeah, we all like this thing. We should talk about it."
Oh,
Yeah, I definitely want to release one for Doctor Who on the 60th anniversary.
Oh yeah, for
Oh,
the
yeah.
anniversary. I'm down for that.
Yeah, like try our best to release it day and date.
I mean, I'd
Yeah,
be down
that would
for
be
that.
perfect.
Yeah.
We
I
were
mean,
a
we have
little bit
a whole
late on
month to
the.
plan it.
We were a tiny bit late on the GTA thing, but only because like the day
We
that
Yeah.
recorded it the
anniversary.
day of.
And I didn't get time to listen back to it. It's like, fuck. But, I mean, I got it on the date that everyone thought the trailer was going to happen, so
Yeah, I noticed
There you
that.
go.
it's like, very least got that in there.
To be fair, I think there was another one in November that they were looking at too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we got more days to wait, boys. I'm holding out for Game Awards personally.
Honestly, I'm just
Also,
excited for Game Awards for anything.
Yeah, and
We really
honestly,
need-
I feel like if they're gonna release a trailer at an event soon, it'll be the Game Awards.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm
Game
thinking.
Awards have gotten big.
And unrelated to that, though, we also really need to start like a pool for when X just becomes a fucking pay to use website.
I mean,
When
he
goes
pitched
full
it.
pay to use on X.
Apparently, their valuation is $8 billion now.
As long as you don't factor in the debt or anything.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I love how fucking fallen apart this site is.
Well, it's the whole society that we live in, really. Bottom text.
Of course.
Yeah,
And that's really the bottom text of the episode, ladies and gentlemen.
top text, bottom text.
Upside text.
Middle text.
Sideways text. You know what?
Of course.
Yeah.
And don't forget the penis text.
All right. See y'all later, penis.
Penis.
All right.